for the water freezing, your pets being outside, things of that nature.
Of course, drip your faucets to prevent pipes from freezing. Charge your phone in case the power goes out. And if you have a generator, make sure you know how to use it safely. At GEMA headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
At least one person has died in Georgia as a result of the freezing temperatures across the state. The head of GEMA says that person died of hypothermia. Georgia DOT crews crisscrossed the state, treating roads from Florida to Tennessee and Alabama to South Carolina.
This is a large potential for impact. I have to remind everybody that we cannot be everywhere at once.
DOT Commissioner Russell McMurray says the area south of I-20 will see the greatest impacts. Over 400 snowplows are positioned to clear roads after the snow falls. Delays and cancellations are on the increase at the world's busiest airport today. So far, more than 240 flights are delayed at Hartsfield-Jackson, and almost 200 cancellations thus far, according to FlightAware. Wait times at security checkpoints have fallen dramatically since this morning. Former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins testifies before the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee today about why he wants to be Secretary of Veterans Affairs.
For me, the service organization called the VA is about service. It's about the veteran.
Collins is President Trump's pick to lead the VA. He serves as a chaplain in the U.S. Air Force Reserve Command and was a member of Congress until 2021. Marco Rubio is sworn in today as Secretary of State.
It's a transformational moment. The United States, I think, is now, as President Trump pointed out last night, and I believe deeply, we're headed into a new era that I think will make the world a safer place.
Rubio is confirmed by his former Senate colleagues in a unanimous vote. He becomes the first Latino to serve as Secretary of State. It is now 3:03, and the Von Haessler Doctrine begins in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather, and Chin Wei is in the 24-hour traffic center.
Checking for some delays around the perimeter over in DeKalb, I-285 northbound. The outer loop just before I-20 is seeing some slowdowns, and over on the northwest side, completely opposite, we're also seeing slowdowns I-285 westbound. The outer loop just before you get to I-75, trying to see if it's a crash there or just slowdowns due to the flurries. I'm Chinwe Maponya Cook, 95.5 WSB.
And I'm 95.5 WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. The snow is flying. It is a powdery snow versus the wet, heavy snow from 10 days ago. But I do anticipate the accumulation to be as much as half an inch to 1 inch on the south side, including Newnan South, Fulton, Locust Grove, McDonough, and a dusting for the north side, including the Milton area, as well as Sandy Springs and down into Brookhaven. Anything that falls will stick because temperatures will stay below freezing for today. Lows tonight in the mid-teens. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, briefly above freezing with a high of 36. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
31 right now in Conyers, 26 in Palmetto, and 28 in Milton. More news at 3:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
These people just make noise and basically waste our time.
Dear members of the media and the public, I welcome you.
Live from the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, and beyond, hour one of the Von Haessler Doctrine begins right now. I am your lovable, huggable video chat host, Eric Von Haessler. The other voices here are the Doctrinaires. Man of 1,000 voices, Tim Andrews. Lady of 184.7 characters, Autumn Fisher. The man behind the glass, George Clark, has the afternoon off, but we do have Blue with us. And the handsomest producer in all of producery, Jared Yamamoto.
You want to feel old?
It's not difficult. It's not difficult to make me feel old, but
Already
okay.
do.
Alex, yeah, I walk in. I started the show feeling old. Okay,
I don't have a new drug for you or anything, but this is going to make you feel
I'll
old.
bite. Make me feel old.
Today is the anniversary of the first COVID case in America 5 years ago.
Oh, my goodness.
A Washington State man tested positive 5 years ago.
Was that 5 full years ago?
Was that the basketball player that touched all the microphones?
No, that was a couple weeks. It was a week earlier.
Okay. We're close to that one. We're close to the 5-year anniversary to that as well.
Okay. Yeah, 5 years goes by fast. You were only 30.
That's right.
Think of that. See, this is how you just think of your life now. That's what happens.
Don't
you
turn
get to
this on
No, I'm just saying. I'm used to it. I'm getting used to it. But This is what happens to you guys. Autumn's 42, I think.
Yes, time is moving fast, has been moving fast for us for a while.
And
for you longer, obviously, but for me even.
The chunks are what you start comparing to. So you say like, oh, if that happens again from that day where we first heard about COVID 5 years, if that little period of time happens again for you, you can say to yourself, I'll be 41 years old. And that means it's not going to be long before I'm 41 years old. So I've gone through that a bunch of times, and I recognize. I just look at it now. I'm like, you read books. Some books have really short chapters. Some have really long chapters. I just accept the fact that I'm in the last chapter. I just don't know if it's a long one or it's a short one. I think the last chapter really just started at like 58, 59, 60, really 60. The age I'm in now. I'm on the first page of my last chapter, but there are some chapters that I read in my life that are only 1 page long. So, and then there are others that are like 1,000. So, it depends. Look, we don't know the book we are until the story is over.
That's true.
Put that on something. I don't know. I feel
I
like
don't know. Yeah. We need to maybe rephrase.
We don't know what
book we are.
We don't know what book we are.
Write this down, Blue.
Until the story is over.
Okay, that's
until somebody else is looking at it, because we can't read our own book because you couldn't read the end. Well, because you couldn't read the end because you'd be experiencing it. So you can't read about your death while you're actually.
But then if it told you when and how.
Yeah, but my understanding is death takes focus and concentration. You can't get all willy-nilly with death. You can't be, there's no second screening. No.
You could change the ending if the focus groups don't like it.
Because you and I grew up in radio, we do have that. We have the research. We can research the death, and we can put it off for a little bit.
I didn't like the way he fell over.
All right, we have to go back and do that again. Oh, that's nice.
Well, hopefully you don't think death is the climax of your story, right? You think that the climax hasn't even happened yet, right?
Well, hold on. What do you mean by climax?
Your life edging.
I don't know that you consider death to be the climax. I get where you're going.
I mean, that's typically
the climax. You think like, what was the best day of my life?
Yeah. There's lots of climaxes.
Well,
there's highs and there's lows. There's lots of orange.
And a good story, there's only one.
Lots of no, listen.
I had a terrible life. I had one great time.
I think it depends on the state of your marriage, how many climaxes you have. But
or your bank account.
Well, the bank account. The bank account can invite those who will help you to climax, but it can't do for you. Autumn has machines and all kinds of things rigged up to make sure that she's a happy woman in America. And it's important that we all do the things necessary.
Look at
when we're happy, the people around us are happy, unless our happiness comes from being cruel to the people around us. That doesn't count.
When you
but
look
otherwise, yes.
You look at Autumn's life, it's like a mountain range. How many different...
Well, listen, some people are just really good at certain things. Now, for instance, not literate. But when it comes to...
Can't read.
When it comes to
who cares?
Pleasure, she knows how to gain pleasure.
I know how to gain pleasure.
That's right. You know how to gain pleasure from others and times when no one's around. That's
and
when
from life.
And life itself. She wakes up in the morning and she brews a cup of coffee and she sits near her window and looks outside and does nothing for the first hour of every day but appreciate this life.
You know what I do? I look out the window and I say, God, I'm so glad I'm not reading a book.
And look,
I'd be so bored.
Look, not having to read a book and I can pay my bills. Everything's working out.
Yeah.
Imagine if you had to read books to keep your lights on. What a horrible life.
I would evolve to have no eyelids or whatever. Lizards.
How did you become a I don't know, what is your official? I always say grammarologist, but no, that's not the official.
A linguist.
So how do you become a linguist, a certified linguist, taught English as a second language to illegals for years? And you're supposed to come in and say it weren't all.
Oh, they weren't all illegal.
Okay.
Not all. Sorry, I forgot. I forgot what page of the script.
And and yet she doesn't read books. Now, we joke around and say she's illiterate. Obviously, she's not. She just doesn't enjoy reading
Dog
books.
too.
Yeah, I would think, well, the dog is the message.
The dog is
As Marshall McLuhan once said.
dog loves to read.
So it must be rare, a rarity, that a certified linguist does not enjoy reading, because reading is all about words,
Yeah.
experiencing words.
Actually, though, if
Yeah?
you think about what a linguist, okay, there's a difference between teaching English and then learning about words and learning about language. Because when I'm learning about languages, I'm interested in reading about it because I'm interested in linguistics. I'm interested, it's like a puzzle, like looking at everything and figuring it out and then learning all about it.
Etymology and all that.
Oh, yeah, and like phonetics, phonetic alphabet, not like the military one, but like the linguistic one.
I know,
Which is
you're,
really
you're a pacifist. We get it.
Where's the schwa coming?
All right, listen, we're not going to put people to sleep here but I find interesting is that what I'm hearing is something you never hear. Basically, the only books I enjoy reading are textbooks, which are
about
usually
things I'm interested in, I guess.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
because that's true. You know what? Because sometimes I'm like reading a book, or I'm trying to listen to a book. You know, I'm like trying to get into it, and I'm like, none of this is happening. I'm not in it.
Well, nothing's happening when you're enjoying a movie. That's not real either.
I know, but that's at least
But
my eyes
passive.
are looking.
Picture.
And then I also can like crochet at the same time.
It's a pictures moving.
Got pictures moving.
This is what it is. You know what? I'm going to send you some kind of like Kindle stand.
I have ADD.
Where you can crochet and read book in front of you, and just reach out and tap the page. To
It
turn the
really
page
is
every once
impressive.
in a while.
So Tina got a Kindle for Christmas autumn, and she loves how in one hand there's like a little device where you can hold the Kindle in one hand, or just hold it yourself, and then the other hand you can hold a beer. It's
Oh,
so
that's
awesome. You can do
fantastic.
literally you
Nothing
have
like
two hands.
drinking and reading.
No, a book is difficult. So with the Kindle, it's a lot easier.
Yeah, you don't have to deal
Why
with
can't you
pages.
just put the book on the like a surface and hold it with your fingers down and like
Sounds like useless to
We're
me.
being shocked by the wrong part of this, which is, drinking and reading does not usually lead to good comprehension.
That's true.
If you're holding a Kindle, you're looking at light. You had a book, it's a piece of paper.
Well, it's true, but what he's saying, a book is, you're
Cigarettes.
dealing with all the pages toward one side and the other.
Yeah.
You know,
And then
whereas the Kindle, I'm a fan of the Kindle.
See, I'm into the romance of a book. I get it.
Yeah.
And I get it. And I've read books.
Yeah, you have.
just-
Don't
I
brag.
I've read a book or two in my time. Okay. But I try, and I really, I made a goal. I said I was going to read, Cold Mountain or whatever. I was going to read over the summer. That was my goal.
Yeah.
And I got, 18 pages in.
You're fidgety.
I'm like, yeah, it's
You're
boring.
fidgety. It's not going. You. This is like making love. I'll put this in terms that you
Ooh,
understand.
I'm real
Adam.
fidgety.
So the thing is,
Fidget around.
you're not letting yourself go. You're not giving
Yeah.
yourself to the book. You're fighting it. And so it's like like making love is best when the two people they're just lost. They're outside
I'm
of
not
themselves.
consciously though. I'm not it just happens.
Do
I'm
you
just
check
drifting.
see how far it is to the end of the chapter?
No.
Okay. Well,
But
how are
I
you
do
only
look
getting
in-
18 pages in?
Because what I do, but I guess I don't do that specifically, but I will look and say God, I only read 8 pages. This feels like 20.
Jeez. That's what I'm saying. You're not giving yourself to the story because you shouldn't be thinking about pages. You should be thinking about that characters were in a monologue.
my fault.
Oh, maybe you haven't
Get better, book.
maybe you haven't found the book.
You know what?
that's speaking to you.
She should read the unabridged version of Les Miserables by Victor Hugo. That will take you 5 years.
That's right. And she likes the story.
Yeah.
Make it 10 for me. Just
a lot
a
of
normal
people-
human reads 5. 10 for me.
First of all, you shouldn't say unabridged because that's just the book.
Well, there's
That's
two.
what you're basically
It's
saying.
easier to buy the abridged version at a bookstore.
I usually get in my thinking, abridged versions are for audiobooks because it would take just too many hours or something.
I
like
bought
that.
it at a bookstore one time to read it, and it was a pretty thick book, and then I got home and it said it was abridged.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's a starter book.
Yeah.
First of all, and it's a great long book. I think we all can agree that the dude was a thief and he should have gone prison, and the guy who was pursuing him was the hero of that story to me, because his job is to protect the citizens and make sure that law and order. Like the guy the guy stole. Okay, so a priest says, "Oh, he didn't steal it. I gave it to him." Okay, that's a lying priest right there. So I don't know the
He bought his soul
the-
for God.
Yeah, but that's not in check with the French Constitution.
I don't get the whole concept of the story because everybody says the guy who's pursuing him is the bad guy, and it seems to me like he's doing his job. This guy is a candlesticks thief.
Well, they're working
And
on
other people have candlesticks that need to be, if you let this guy.
Well, there was silver.
Okay, well, yeah.
And there's a
okay.
history. There's more than just. He didn't just like walk into the priest's house and steal the silver.
Oh, okay. So let's say
Yeah,
that if
the
I
guy
walk.
fed-
Before that,
So if
before
I,
that,
yeah.
he broke a window and stole some bread because
Okay.
his sister was dying. Okay, wait, just hold on.
Uh-huh.
Before you judge, he went to jail for that. He's in jail for way too long. Like the punishment did not fit the crime.
Well, he tried to
Apparently
escape.
not, because
he tried
as
to
soon as-
escape.
Apparently, it's not the
Yeah.
punishment didn't fit the crime. I think it did because as soon as he got out, he's stealing people's candlesticks.
No, but what happened was he tried to do good, and he was like working beside all these other people, and then he wasn't getting paid the same. And it was because he was a felon.
He was a
Well,
parolee.
then right, because that's the way that it is. That's what happens.
No, that isn't the way that it is.
Yes.
He was probably stronger than the rest of them because he was super strong.
Uh-huh.
And then he was like, man, if this world is gonna treat me like I'm trying to do good, and if this world's gonna treat me like this, like he's got PTSD.
Okay.
You know, like he needs therapy.
He made his choice, but his
So
choice.
he went into town and he was like, I am so sad. And then the priest was like, dude, come lay in.
Come steal from me.
The one book that Autumn
Take a
knows.
shower.
Come steal.
This is not a book.
She knows. It is a book. It's a
No,
book.
I didn't it's not from the. I did not. I don't know anything about anything from.
Okay,
books.
but the book
Okay.
is the thing where it all started. It wasn't started with silly people singing at each other. It was
How
actually
dare you.
a
There's
great
a
book.
bullet. Dodge the bullet.
So, yeah, I don't know. We're just not going to see eye to eye on this. Yes, there may be reasons that he became a thief, but when you choose to become a thief, you put yourself in the line of people who have taken an oath to protect. So, what's his name? Jean Valder.
Jean Valder.
Is that the?
No, Jean Valjean. There's a movie coming out, a
Who's the
prequel
guy
movie.
pursuing?
You
Who's
will
the-
know.
who's the
that is,
investigator?
Javert.
Javert.
the hero of the story, as far as I'm concerned.
First of all, you don't even.
Relentless.
Did you read it?
No. I have not read the
Did
book.
you read it?
I have not read the book, but I have.
Oh,
hold
well
on.
then, case closed.
You haven't
Your
read
Honor,
it. You
I
haven't read
rest
it.
my case.
I haven't read either.
I have.
I have seen the great.
I read about it once.
No, the 1930s movie that was adapted from the book. You know what that means? Nobody's singing at each other. It's just an adaptation
Well, then
of the
that
book.
sounds boring.
Well, there's a Liam Neeson movie without it singing in it.
Oh, that's a good one too.
All right. It doesn't matter. The point is,
I saw a movie from the 30s, so I know what's them.
what was
King Kong.
what was the proper thing for the inspector to do?
Shoot
the investigator. Should he have gone, you know what? He's had a spiritual awakening. In that case, all things are clear. The priest likes you. So it's okay.
What
all
he
your
didn't do?
crimes are
No, you don't even know, okay? Because this is what happens, okay? Because he goes. So it was just like the police that are like, "Yo, you stole this silver from that priest." And the priest's like, "JK, he didn't. I gave it to him." And he
that was a lie.
Sure, okay,
they
but
were stolen. Yeah.
he promised the priest to like be a good boy. So then years go by. He's now the mayor of a town, and he's like on the he's basically just like admitting
He owns a
person, right?
factory and he hires people.
Oh, no, I know
Yeah,
what
and
he
he's
is.
doing good. He's doing good for the community. He saved somebody, and then
A lot of these Nazis settled into, suburban life.
In
Hold on a
Argentina.
second. There's
Doesn't
more.
mean-
Hold on. There's
Yeah.
one more point that I think might help. So
Yeah.
then, they think so they accuse a different guy of being Jean Valjean,
That's right.
and then Jean Valjean's like, oh sweet, I can get away with it, but now this guy is going to take the fall, and he was like, you know what? I promised that priest I wasn't going to be a bad guy anymore, so I'm going to admit that guy's innocent, and I'm the real Jean Valjean.
So just doing the right thing now makes you a hero.
No,
The
well,
fact that
it
he
makes-
didn't allow somebody else to go to jail for his crime, I'm supposed to believe that's heroic. If he
it's
just
not
would have
heroic, but it's the right thing to do.
But going
okay,
in-
and then he's like, okay, Javert, give me just like 2 days. I got to do this. I got this lady dying. I'm helping out with her daughter.
No,
I
that's
got to
good.
make some arrangements. Can you cut me a little break?
No.
I'm a mayor. I'm a good guy. I have all these like factors. Like I'm a part of this community. Can you just like chill? And the guy's like, no,
I got a job.
do it.
I've got a
Get
job
on
to
the
do.
ground. I have a gun.
and then
Yeah.
he doesn't even kill him. He just like knocks him out a little bit, just like, boom, and then
Okay, see, everything's an apology for this thief.
Then he saves his
Does
life, and the guy
nothing.
kills himself because the
Yeah.
thief saved his life.
Spoiler alert.
Oh, no one's.
oh sure.
Well, I guarantee
He only
you.
had 400 years to learn the story.
I was going to say.
Not enough time. We need 500 years.
I was going to say no other radio show, but I should have meant that with. I am absolutely positive that no other well-rated radio show has started their first 3 minutes with a.
I'm with you. I'm on team. Javert. And look, he had a job.
An argument about Les Miserables.
In a way, you wish that this radio show hadn't started this way.
If I go back in time, we might have gone in a different direction. But hey, the thing about the Von Hessler Doctrine is we go with the flow.
Listen, we started back in time 5 years ago today.
That's right. That's how that got us to Les Miserables.
And there's an uptick. There's an uptick in people testing positive.
Oh no!
So,
Are we upticking? Are we upticking on positive upticking?
Tick up.
Oh my goodness! Let's all just go home and just hide beneath our beds.
It is International Sweatpants Day, so that's perfectly okay.
It is not International Sweatpants Day. Somebody wrote down.
Do international people
in Zambia?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, the celebrations in downtown areas of Estonia for this search is amazing.
People in Greenland love sweatpants.
Well,
yeah, pretty soon. They're gonna love American malls,
They're gonna
right?
get the red, white, and blue ones pretty soon.
By the way, I can tell what already the next stupid argument that Americans are going to have with one another. No, it's not about Les Miserables.
That's the classic argument at every Thanksgiving.
This one,
Jean was right.
This one is even worse because it's already started because this winter storm that we're getting is starting where? Where is it coming out of? Oh, it's coming out of the Gulf of something.
That's right.
And so I can see already, because DeSantis, when he put his emergency order out
Gulf
there,
of America.
he said Gulf of America. I heard a YouTube weather person use Gulf of America, and I'm smart enough to understand that this will now be the next very unbelievably stupid thing that Americans argue about. And of course, Fox News and Fox Weather, they're going to be what?
Gulf of America.
But what about CNN and MSNBC? They're going to be Gulf of Mexico. And shiny, dangling things. Look at this will be the kind of argument that that's the next one that the Americans say, oh, you've issued us an argument. Remember, it's like that Monty Python.
I've come here for an argument.
Come here for an argument.
I told you one.
They issue an argument to you. And this is like, this is what the government and the media does now. It's like, oh, Americans, hey, dumbbells, don't look up and don't notice some things where you're all being screwed. Here, we've issued you an argument. Why don't you idiots argue about whether or not the weather forecaster in your town should refer to it as Gulf of Mexico or Gulf of America?
Oh, I'm still arguing about whether to call this winter storm Enzo or not.
No, don't do that.
Oh, no, I didn't even know that there was a scandal.
Yeah, they named them.
NBC calls them, winter storms have names, and it's called Enzo, but nobody else calls it.
But that's an ABC thing.
NBC.
NBC thing. So, like, if only one network names a storm. I mean, unless they bought the rights. That's going to be the next thing.
They should be sponsored now.
Yeah. This winter storm brought to you by Campbell's.
Yeah, the official.
Yes.
The official soup of this winter storm.
Listen, basically the rich have already bought everything there is to buy, so I wouldn't be surprised if corporations start buying the naming rights to winter storms.
Well, Enzo sounds like one of the drugs that you like so much. That sounds like
a pizza place in Tucker.
Yeah,
The T-Mobile flood.
Brought to you by brought to you by T-Mobile. T-Mobile has more coverage than this flood.
Yeah, there you go. You got it.
And we're not far away from it. Pretty soon they'll just start the corporations will start sponsoring moods. This mood
brought to you by Progressive. How's your mood?
It should be too that you can't get or like maybe you get updated warning about like scary storms if you are a member of like if you're a T-Mobile customer.
Oh, you get more. Actually, you get behind the scenes look at Enzo.
Ooh,
yeah.
We're going to snow. It's going to snow down in the Gulf of America.
Gulf. It's already, hey, my goodness gracious. We changed the name, and one day later, it's snowing over the Gulf of America. It does not, I got to say, it's one of these things where most of the stuff that Trump is doing, the executive orders, whatever, they may be controversial. I could agree or I could disagree, but it's very easy to see that, oh yeah, there's some group of people in America that have been calling for this for a long, these culture war things that I don't think so much about. They mean a lot to a lot of people. And so either side does something, and oh yeah, I get it. People are talking about this. For 60 years, I have lived in the country. I have never once heard anybody, Republican, Democrat, or anyone, complain about the name of Gulf of Mexico. It just seems like it's his whim. Like he just woke up and said, that ought to be called the Gulf of Mexico.
You know what would be
I had a
cool?
dream last night, and this is what it was.
Yeah, there's no groundswell for this. And it doesn't roll off the tongue, Gulf of America.
It's ours. We're taking it back.
We are here with CFP and investment advisor Aaron Vincent of the Vincent Financial Group and host of Retire ATL. Aaron, what's one of the big concerns adults in or close to retirement are worried about right now?
It's got to be 401k strategies. Most of the people that come to see us have been good savers, and most of the money happens to be in 401ks. Their big question usually is, do I have my money in the right place, and am I on track for successful retirement? Well, that's when we get to work. Our 401k snapshot will tell you what's working and what's not. For instance, a lot of people have money in bond funds. Well, bonds don't do well when interest rates are up, and even though those rates have dropped recently, your money could have been affected over the last few years. So for most adults, a 401k is their biggest retirement asset. So let's put that under the microscope and see if we can improve your situation.
What can we do for our audience today?
I'd like to personally invite you to call Vincent Financial Group and let us run a free 401k snapshot. This deep dive into your 401k strategy will take about an hour, and when you come back for the next visit, you'll see results, along with our suggestions on how to improve your performance. From there, you can take that information about your 401k and act on our suggestions, or bring it to your current advisor, whatever you want. We think this information is so important, we want to make sure you have the knowledge to understand where you stand right now, reaching your retirement goals. Ready to talk to you, 770-280-1488.
No cost, no obligation, 401k snapshot. Where can we find you and the team at the Vincent Financial Group?
Our home office is in downtown Woodstock, but we serve families all across Metro Atlanta, from Noonan to Perry, or from Athens to Blue Ridge. We can serve you in person or on Zoom. You can also find us online at retireatlradio.com.
So take advantage of a no cost, no obligation 401k snapshot from Aaron Vincent and a team at Vincent Financial. 770-280-1488. That's 770-280-1488. We'd like you to join us Sundays at 6 p.m. for Retire ATL. All powered by the Vincent Financial Group.
Investment advisory products and services available through Impact Partners Wealth, LLC, IPW. Registered investment advisor. A 401k investment does not constitute a comprehensive retirement plan. Investing involves risk, including potential loss of principal.
Hey, Linda here, and I have Barry Petrie, Director of Virtual Imaging. Barry has a very interesting testimonial I want him to share with our listeners. Barry, tell us your story.
Well, I'm 55. I'm in good shape, work out every day, and took this job about a year ago. Unfortunately, I started having some symptoms about 3 or 4 months ago, so I decided to scan myself. Learned that I had a very high calcium score, and especially most of that was in my LAD, which you know is Widowmaker. Long story short, I had my first stent put in about 6 weeks ago at Northside, and I feel great. I did not realize that I had lost the gear, and I've got that gear back. And I would have been one of those people that probably would drop dead looking perfectly healthy at 60 if I had not taken this role and did that scan.
Oh, wow. Folks, that story hits home. What are you waiting for? Go to Virtual Imaging and get a complimentary heart scan with few minimum requirements for you and your spouse. Call 770-678-SCAN. 770-678-SCAN, or visit virtualimagingatl.com.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News. Weather.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 3:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by Vincent Financial. Our topical story, areas of Metro Atlanta right now seeing snow. Governor Kemp says things could go downhill fast. Let's get an expert opinion right now as we get the latest forecast from WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards in the Storm Center.
And the snow is flying, but what's important to note is that the visibilities are starting to come down to about a half a mile to 1 mile, especially along I-85 from Noonan into downtown Atlanta and into Lawrenceville. Huntsville. That's where the visibilities are starting to drop as the snow continues to fly. What about accumulation? I do think the heaviest is going to be south of I-20 down towards I-85, 75. So Newnan and as well as Fayetteville and Henry counties, those areas where we could see a half an inch to one inch of accumulation, Bill.
And Governor Kemp says this storm will impact areas of the state that don't usually get snow.
Current storm tracks have officials looking to the south of Metro for most of the impacts, but Governor Kemp says anything can happen when it comes to winter weather.
There's a big difference in those two lines. You're talking 4 to 5 inches in middle Georgia and below, and then a couple of inches in Metro Atlanta. But if those things shift just a little bit, it can create a lot of havoc.
The state has been staging resources in South Georgia to respond after the weather comes through. The governor and other state leaders are encouraging everyone to stay warm and stay off the roads. Heading to headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
The bitter cold could cause more water main breaks in Metro Atlanta. Even the water pipes are buried several feet below the ground. Jason Lee, president of the Georgia Utility Contractors Association, says it's inevitable problems will arise.
With age infrastructure, there's going to be breaks, but how do we minimize the breaks? And then when they do have breaks, how do we get them back in service as quickly as possible?
He says watch for water streaming across the road, pooling in unusual areas, or seeping from hydrants. If you see any problems, call your local utility provider. It is now 3:32, and it's time for live team traffic and weather. And Trip Team Traffic begins now with Chinway.
Well, it looks like everybody has got the okay to go home because the downtown connector is starting to get stacked and packed. I-85 southbound, your delays beginning at La Vista Road. 75 southbound, your delays beginning before Northside Drive, and then just bumper to bumper all the way to I-20 and I-75, 85 northbound. You're not seeing too many delays, just a little bit around the Grady curve, but it's that southbound side that you want to be patient with as you're heading home, and please be safe. I'm Chinway Mamoya Cook, 95.5 USB.
And I'm 95.5 WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. The heaviest snow right now on top of I-85. That's the Palmetto Fairburn area on the south side. We do also have some heavier snow showers right on top of I-20 in Austell. That extends into midtown Atlanta. Heavy snow showers now falling throughout DeKalb and Gwinnett counties. However, I do anticipate the snow to come to an end by 6 p.m., so that's going to limit the accumulations here in the metro region. Anything that falls is going to stick because temperatures are at or below freezing at the moment, down to a low of 15 degrees for tomorrow morning. Tomorrow's high is 36 with sunny skies. Live in the storm center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
25 in Kennesaw and incoming. It's 27 in Morrow. More news at 4 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
I, Donald John Trump, do solemnly swear.
Donald Trump is the 47th President of the United States.
The golden age of America begins right now.
What comes next for the nation?
We will drill, baby, drill.
As each story breaks, we'll have it covered for you.
Liberation Day.
Listen throughout the day to stay up to date.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
You owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? With credit card debt at all-time highs, Debt Relief Advocate is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those who qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owing at least $10,000 in credit card debt personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates has established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the relief hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
Home improvement projects can be a stressful guessing game. Trust the Plus. Painting Plus, the highest level of communication. The Plus means siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and of course, painting.
Hi, I'm Charlie, owner of Painting Plus and the Plus family of businesses. We'll make you comfortable and keep you informed with every step of your project.
If your home's exterior has it, the Plus can improve it. Paint Plus, siding, gutters, windows, decks, porches, roofing, and more. Trust the Plus. PaintingPlus.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom. to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Have your previous remodeling experiences been stressful? Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations and get a completely different experience. We're a state licensed contractor, show up on time, provide you a project schedule, a fixed price, and your project delivered on time, on budget, and without all that stress that you usually hear about construction. Schedule your free quote today at exovations.com.
I think it's high time we hit the word of the day.
Word of the day.
Stylist. Stylist.
I think I know this one.
Oh, because you looked it up?
I didn't cheat.
Because I put it in Slack? Is that why?
I didn't cheat.
You know the word stylist. What about our linguist? Does our resident linguist know the word stylist?
Stylist.
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 Seoulist. It's a noun.
Can I give you
Excuse me.
small note?
Yes.
When you're spelling out the words,
Yes.
do them in chunks. So like
S-I.
Yeah, there you go.
O-L-I-S-T.
Stylist.
How would you spell fun if you broke it into
F-U? Okay. Yes.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure.
A stylist.
Can I guess?
First of all, I want to know why you think you know this. Is it just a word you remember from
Because
school?
I'm reading Democracy in America, Alexis de Tocqueville.
Oh.
And I think it's
So,
somewhat.
in order to find out how great America is, you must consult with a Frenchman.
That's
that
right.
it?
And I think it's somebody of knowledge. I think that's what it is.
You're close.
I'm close.
But
Are you
no
serious?
cigar.
What? That's not it.
It's a person who pretends to be knowledgeable and well informed.
Oh, so Jared.
Yes, some would say. Some would say the host of this very show. But that is the word.
Stylist.
Stylist. S-C-I-O-L-I-S-T. The host show, that's me, has to use that word.
Stylist.
In a sort of natural way before 7 p.m.
Tim already did it.
Or else. What do you mean Tim already
What did I do?
He's used. Oh, you didn't use it in a sense. You
Yeah,
I just made a
yeah,
mean joke.
Yeah, no.
Oh, man.
First of all, it's the host. that
Win
has
this
to-
time, Jed.
Being the host of the
The
show
war shall continue.
has certain responsibilities. And the responsibilities, it's the host that has to use the word of the day.
What about co-host?
How about you doctrinaires just try backing off?
She
huh?
does have host.
This is my territory.
Now, Eric does have host in her name.
Hey.
Why do you go? Why?
I'm just saying, you said the
seems
host
like
of the
you
show.
There's only one syllable. You kind of
Host.
really lean into the ho part of that.
She is the co-host.
H-O-S-T.
So
Host.
she can't use the word.
She is. Listen, she is the co-host of this show in Facebook lore only. If you happen to come across her Facebook page, you might be led to believe that she is in fact the co-host of this show. But she's a member of the ensemble group known as the Doctrinaires that are part of the Von Hessler Doctrine. Maybe the leader. I don't know. Possibly.
Who are also I'm co-hosting with everyone else. To co-host.
No, I follow her into hell.
She is the leader.
She's my leader.
Oh, okay.
She's the leader of the co-hosts that are amongst the Doctrinaires. I'm glad we've worked all of that out because I'm sure people driving home have wondered from time to time. I can't quite figure this show out. Who's the host? And what are these other voices?
Well, they're always listening with their AirPods in, and they got their little scorecards out. Like, who is the host and who
is there are a lot of questions that demand answers on every listen of the Von Hessler Doctrine. And we try to help you out as much as possible.
Okay, hello everyone.
For instance, for the third time in like 5 days, we're going to do this next segment. So let's get it done.
It's time for study surveys and polls on the Von Hessler Doctrine.
Woo! By the way, I just want to mention, I am aware of the fact, and we will get to the fact that in 24 hours, Trump has changed like 70 laws. We will be covering this, so I do want you to know. Not laws, I didn't say laws, but created 70 different directions for the country.
Well, this kind of fits directly. The CBS News poll
Yeah.
has found that Trump's return to office has been greeted with high optimism and high expectations.
High optimism and high expectations. I think most presidencies agreed that way. Now, with this one, we had a preview. Quite often, presidents are reelected and we have a preview, but this is only the second time in American history that a guy has been president, not president, and then president again.
Non-consecutive terms.
Non-consecutive. That would be Trump. And Trump, do you know the other person?
I believe that would have been
I know.
Benjamin Harrison.
No. If that president had a team, they would be called the Browns.
Oh, okay. Bernie Kosar.
Grover Cleveland. Am I right about that?
You are
It's
correct.
Grover
It is
Cleveland.
Grover.
who
I always
was,
want to say Garfield for some
yeah,
reason,
this
but Grover
messes
Cleveland.
this messes it up because now it always used to be that people coming in and just learning thought that we had one more president than we did because you get a number for the if you don't succeed yourself, you get a new number. And so because of Grover Cleveland, for all these years, many people have thought we had one more president than we did. He had two numbers. Now we're doing it again.
So we've only had 45.
Well, no. We've
If
had,
you discount the 47 for Trump.
That's right. There's only been 45. So it should have ended right this last administration. It was 45. But now 47. And in 30 or 40 years, we're doing it again, where people are going to think that we had two more presidents than we did. Just one more thing that's controversial about your reign, Donald J. Trump. Can't you stop causing trouble?
No, you know what I should have done? I should have just gone back and retired, but America needed me.
That's right.
The Gulf of America needed me.
Had you just gone off and retired 10, 15 years from now, we'd be referring to that body of water as the Gulf of Mexico. We can't have that.
Can't have that.
We gotta have real change in this country. You know, real change, you know, like when you just point to something and you call it something else. Real change.
When they change,
not one drop of water in the Gulf will change, right? We just point at it and say,
No, it becomes American
we're
water.
calling it- is that-
It's
is that-
American water.
Makes it better.
Yeah, it's better. But you know, when there's a bad crime street, right? They change the name of it, and the crime goes away. It's
That's
just the
exactly
way-
what happens, yes. Usually if you name a street after a great American, somehow the crime rates...
Like Robert E.
He's been elected now, so he's...
I know college campuses are big with apartment complexes. When the apartment complexes have some shady stuff that goes down,
Yeah.
they often change the name of the apartment complex. So that way, when you Google search, it's like, oh, wow, this is a nice place. The Meadows, what a wonderful place.
Oh, yeah, the Brandywine Apartments. So I'll just sit around, drink brandy. I don't know why I thought of that. I lived in a place called the Brandywine Apartments once.
So 60% of Americans are optimistic about the next 4 years. When Biden took office, only 58% were optimistic.
Well, you got him by 2%.
That's right.
Well, you know, I beat him in 2020.
So, all right, listen, there's no need to relitigate this stuff. You're the president now. So you're doing your
There's
thing.
people who weren't pardoned that I'd like to throw in jail.
Yeah, well, he'll go after whatever the low-hanging fruit. Like the one person Biden didn't pardon.
Andrew Vindman, I'm looking at you.
I'm going to get somebody. I don't know how well that's going to hold up in court. I don't know.
Why
the
would
idea of pardoning people before they have charges against them, I just don't know. I'm talking about the Biden stuff. I just don't know if that's something that has been done before. Has it been done before? Is it just anything between these years, 2014 and 2024, at a federal level, if anything's found out, you're pardoned. These sort of blanket pardons without charges or guilt or anything like that,
If they find that
How
to
does
be,
that hold up? I don't know.
If they find that to be illegal, Eric, wouldn't you think that if we got some kind of really hippy-dippy president in the next...
Hey, man.
the next
Yes, man.
just pardon
Hey, the president.
You just
man.
pardon every American. That's all you do. And then it loses the power.
Everybody's pardoned back 8 years or so.
What do you mean? What do you mean? Like killers and like...
Just
I
say
don't
to
think
every
that'd be
single
smart.
American, I think... I'm not saying I'm for it or that I agree with it.
I see. He's like, hey, man, the system sucks, man. And I've been elected president, man. And so
Everybody's not guilty.
everybody's not guilty, and you're open prisons, man.
Yeah. I could see something like that happen.
Well, that
suddenly-
would be the what do they call that? What's the slope? The slippery slope.
Yeah.
It's okay if the slope's not slippery, because the chances of going down the slope are lessened. But once you get on a slippery slope,
then all of a sudden, whoop,
you're screwed.
On air,
Online,
on the app,
where you get your news.
is where you win.
Download the WSB Radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Thank you,
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio app.
Your next chance to win is coming up at 5
WSB 5K Day Bonus Blitz.
on 95.5 WSB.
When it comes to defending your rights, experience counts. George Stein, the DUI lawyer, has a winning track record over 3 decades with hundreds of contested trials and complicated cases. Make the smart choice. GeorgeStein.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Georgia farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlGeorgia.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance in support of Georgia farmers.
This is Greg Trusinski of the Original Mattress Factory. I recently had 2 sets of customers who had vastly different stories. One had purchased elsewhere 3 years ago and spent $5,000, and the other had purchased from OMF 12 years ago and spent $1,000. The difference? Our customer's mattress lasted 4 times longer and cost them 5 times less. Don't waste money on overpriced, overhyped mattresses. Visit the Original Mattress Factory for unbeatable quality and value. Sleep better, longer, for less.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your love life back in just 1 visit. Their painless breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on their first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just 1 visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
Maximize every space in your home and get organized with Artisan Custom Closets. From master closets, pantries, mudrooms, and garages, Artisan will collaborate with you to design an affordable and luxurious space tailored to your needs. Visit artisancustomclosets.com.
At Cigna Healthcare, it's not just about getting healthy, it's about staying healthy. That's why we're designing a better way to treat obesity, starting with ensuring that those who need GLP-1s have access to them. But everyone is different, so we support them in many different ways, like helping them see a nutritionist.
Keep it up. You're doing great.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
When you open a garage door, you realize we live in magical times. People used to live in huts made from dung. Now we have houses so big there's a special door on the front so you can drive your car right inside. And the door opens itself by magic when you're still half a block away. Imagine telling that to the townsfolk who yanked open the castle drawbridge with a giant chain every time the king felt like a stroll. So why doesn't your garage door do all the magical, wonderful things we've worked 4.5 billion years to invent? At Mobed Garage, we make that way better. We repair broken or stubborn garage doors and get them working like new. Better part, fresh lubrication, full service, good as new. Magical times. You don't have to live every day with an awesome thing that isn't awesome just because it needs to be fixed. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. I'll Mobed Garage, and we'll come over and make it right. Magical times. MobedGarage.com.
Well, we fact it. It turns out George Washington himself was the first president to give out blanket pardons like this for people who were involved in the Whiskey Rebellion, apparently. And Abraham Lincoln put out blanket pardons like this for civil Confederate soldiers who swore an allegiance to the United States. And there were a couple others. This is a little bit different because I think you could tell why somebody that's involved in a rebellion or the losing side of a civil war, it might be obvious why that would need to be protected, whereas just members of my family. The other side of it, though, is that Trump and his other people through books and stuff in the last 4 years and speeches have threatened to do it. So I don't know. Whatever. We live in a ridiculous country.
We do.
Let's put it that way. If you're going to go to the wall for your favorite politician all the time, at some point you're going to be ridiculous. Because we live in ridiculous times. There's not one politician that can just go to the wall and say everything that they do great because, well, I don't know. What's my argument? Look around. We live in ridiculous times. So, therefore, there are no leaders that you should be going to the wall and sort of backing and arguing that every single thing they do right. See, now it's time to look in the mirror. Is that really true of your favorite politician? Everything they do and say is right. Is that about them or is it about you?
I got a DM yesterday when we were having fun talking about the inauguration, and the person was like, Jared, I love when you guys would go after Kamala and Biden, but with Trump, it was historic yesterday.
Yeah.
And
it's just wrong.
And it's just wrong that
It's
you guys
just
were
wrong.
going after
No,
him.
the Von Hassler Doctrine should have shown up on bended knee. Understand, we should have decided to have had the most boring show in the history of the show, simply to show respect. Because after all, the right side won. The wrong side lost. Everything is good. And although we enjoyed it when you were making fun of the people that we don't like, we don't like it when you go after the people we do. Oh, wait a minute. You hold all politicians to the same standard?
Love when you made jabs and jokes at Joe Biden and the Biden administration. But it was pretty cringy when y'all started talking and making jabs about Trump and the Trump administration yesterday during the inauguration.
How can you write that? How can you write that and not understand how ridiculous you're being? How is that? Again, thank you, teachers.
Yeah, thank you, Laura.
Thank you. Critical thinking is at an all-time high. The shows that I like should make fun of the people I don't like, and they should never make fun of the people I do like. If that's the opinion you hold, you're 100% wrong. But hey, it's America.
She does in her comment saying, just my 2 cents.
But how could you write that and not see, I'm being ridiculous?
You could have watched OAN all day and enjoyed yourself, and yet you wanted to laugh.
That's right. You can watch OAN. You can watch OANN. You can watch
Newsmax too.
You can watch Newsmax or Newsmax.
OAN.
Jared once named Newsmax "fat guys on Skype."
Oh, you want to see more fat guys on Skype? Go to Newsmax too.
They're fatter. They're fatter and Skypier. I think that's their slogan. Newsmax 2, fatter and Skypier. That's what you go there for. I'm sorry. I apologize. I have never witnessed the perfect politician. If you have better life than me, but I can't pretend to have been through what you've been through. I've never seen a perfect politician. Every politician I've ever seen in my life, to some level, has entered into the ridiculous at some level.
Tim,
whether it's by being so conservative and traditionalist, they're afraid to move, or by being so progressive, they think that there's not a single definition for one word in the world. My job is to make fun of both ends of that spectrum and everything in between.
WSB Atlanta, WSB-FM and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Life insurance. Why are you putting off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
Belinda here for Atlanta Vision Institute. I'm here to introduce you to a new procedure that Dr. Ashraf is performing called laser optics. This changed my life, folks. I was so tired of wearing contacts and glasses. The glasses were not around when I needed them. I had astigmatism, so the contacts didn't fit me well, and I had beginning stages of cataracts. So I went in. I was a great candidate for laser optics. It was a quick, painless procedure. The next day, it was like everything was in HD. The colors were more vibrant. The leaves were more vibrant. The sky was more vibrant. My husband was better looking. Everything was great. Laser optics with Dr. Ashraf, Atlanta Vision Institute. Go to the website 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Also, take the quiz to see if this is a procedure that's good for you. Your medical insurance may cover it. That's 2020atlanta.com.
I'm Chris Chandler. When you join us Wednesday for Atlanta's Morning News, following up wintry weather in the metro, live from the Storm Center, we'll continue to cover the fast-moving first week of the second Trump administration. Triple Team Traffic reports every 6 minutes, plus Clark Howard's secret to not stressing out over your credit score. And our 5K a day bonus blitz continues. You can win $1,000 just by listening to Atlanta's Morning News, starting at 5 Wednesday on 95.5 WSB.
Your roof has been impacted. Heavy rain, strong winds, damaging storms. Home Fix Show host Dave Baker here. I recommend you get a free roof analysis from my award-winning roofer, Findlay Roofing. No obligation, no charge. FindlayRoofing.com. Roof.
News, weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 4 o'clock, I'm Bill Piaccio. News is sponsored by Hoffman Financial Group. Our top local story, it is happening now. Snow falling in metro Atlanta. Governor Kemp says Georgia is ready.
We're treating this like any other storm we got. We're in touch with all our partners, all our private sector partners, all our resources, and they're ready to deploy.
From the governor to the Georgia DOT, state officials warning people to stay off the roads. Meteorologist Christina Edwards joins us live now from the Storm Center with the latest forecast.
And Bill, we have heavy snow showers right now that extend from Noonan to Palmetto, South Fulton into East Point. These snow showers extend into the Buckhead, Brookhaven, Lawrenceville, and Flowery Branch areas. So along I-85, that's where the heaviest of the snow is going to fall. Also east of Georgia 400, Cobb County, Cherokee, Bartow, and Paulding. I've been hearing from you. You're like, snow? What snow? That's because the air is too dry where you live. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Stay safe and stay warm during this winter weather.
While the low temperatures and the threat of snow is concerning, GEMA Director Chris Stalling says this storm shouldn't cause you to panic.
This is not a run on grocery stores. It's not a go buy all the bread, milk, and eggs that you can get your hand on event. This is going to be with us for 36, 48 hours.
He says you're likely going to be fine with the food you already have at your home, but now's the time to charge phones, get out blankets, and if you have generators, make sure you know how to use them. At GEMA headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
At least one person has died in Georgia as a result of the freezing temperatures across the state. The head of the Georgia Emergency Management Agency says that person died of hypothermia. Georgia DOT road crews are covering a lot of ground with this latest winter weather event.
The Georgia Department of Transportation started efforts to basically
treat the entire state, starting with our interstates and our critical routes. And we indeed have done that from Florida to Tennessee and from Alabama to South Carolina.
DOT Commissioner Russell McMurray says the area south of I-20 will see the greatest impacts. Over 440 snow plows are positioned to clear roads after the snow falls. He is urging people to stay off the roads if possible. Delays and cancellations are adding up at the world's busiest airport this afternoon. So far, more than 300 flights are delayed at Hartsfield-Jackson. Over 200 are canceled, according to FlightAware. Wait times at security checkpoints have fallen dramatically this afternoon. A traffic operation in Gwinnett County in support of an officer who's been hit twice by drunk drivers. Officer Ashley Guthrie had her patrol vehicle totaled on 2 separate occasions while working on I-85 and Highway 316. Sergeant Colin Flynn with Gwinnett County Police says they're out to enforce Georgia's move-over law.
The move-over law requires that approaching vehicle with emergency lights flashing need to either shift over and move over a lane, or if they're unable to move over a lane safely, they need to slow down below the speed limit as they pass the emergency vehicle.
Over 2 days, Operation Guthrie Shield handed out her 70 citations and had at least 1 DUI arrest. A former Georgia congressman goes before a U.S. Senate committee today after he's selected by President Trump to lead the Department of Veterans Affairs.
Former 9th District Congressman Doug Collins tells the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee he's dedicated to caring for veterans.
Been asked about doing this job, why do I want to go into the VA? And it's sort of been interesting. I've had some say congratulations. I've had some say, oh, what are you doing? It's a large undertaking. And I said, no, I'm taking this, number one, because I care for people and I care for veterans.
Collins is a current chaplain in the U.S. Air Force Reserves. He served in Congress for 10 years. The Senate must still vote to confirm Collins for that role. Austin Eller, 95.5 WSB.
Marco Rubio is sworn in today as Secretary of State.
Everything we do must be justified by the answer to one of 3 questions. Does it make us stronger? Does it make us safer? And does it make us more prosperous? If it doesn't do one of those 3 things, we will not do it.
The former Republican Florida senator is confirmed in a unanimous Senate vote. He will become the first Latino to become U.S. Secretary of State. It is now 4:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic starts now with Andrew Sika.
Well, returning to the Peach State today, we're already seeing those effects in and around the metro and a lot of the southern parts of the state as well, and really dicey with the winter weather on the roads. Remember to drive with extreme caution if you have to be out. If you don't, try to stay home if you possibly can. The worst of the effects in the metro look to be in and out of downtown. The connector north and south leaving you jammed from East Point through Atlanta all the way up into Midtown. And the northeast ride, 85 north and south, looking a little sluggish as well. You've seen the brake lights from Shalford Road all the way up towards Pleasant Hill Road, exit 104. Let's circle the city and check on things on 285 at the hub at Shinway Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Well, on the east side, we got a stalled vehicle in the left lane on I-285 southbound near Covington Highway, exit 43, causing you some delays. And another stall on I-285 westbound at New Northside Drive, the opposite side of the perimeter, exit 22. But all of the perimeter is yellow or red right about now. You got a speck of green right around Vinings, but it's a slow go of it if you're trying to get around the city. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm 95.5 WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. There is a stark gradient of heavy snow and no snow, and it's lining up right on top of I-85. So the snow is from Gainesville into Flowery Branch, Lawrenceville into Midtown Atlanta, and extending all the way down into Palmetto and Noonan. If you're west of I-85, you're not seeing any snow now because the air is too dry. If you're east of I-85, yes, it is coming down, and I do anticipate some accumulations. The heavier amount of snow will be south of I-20 on the east side, as much as half an inch to 1 inch of snowfall possible through this evening. The snow will taper off after 6 p.m. Lows tonight will be in the teens tomorrow, despite the sunshine still cold, high 36. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Upwards.
26 in Decatur, 24 in Mableton, and 22 in Union City. More news at 4:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 2 of the Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now. So I checked out of the national championship game pretty early on. I think it was like 21-7 very early, and I said, I don't think much is going to happen here.
Missed a good comeback by Notre Dame.
Well, not much of a comeback because I still lost.
They came within 1 score at the end, and then there was a 3rd and 11, I believe, that they held Ohio State to, and then Ohio State ended up locking it down.
Yeah, well, you get kind of got upset thinking about that, apparently.
I was eating a granola bar, and the granola bar started fighting back.
He's not actually eating a granola bar. He's wrestling with a granola bar.
That's true. But yeah, I was surprised because typically Notre Dame, when they make it to that stage, Eric, I mean, they are known for just not being competitive, and it looked like it was going that way.
Well, that's why I checked out.
I almost got with you, but I ended up sticking with it because Ohio State's coach Ryan Day kind of is notorious for coughing.
Leaves that door open.
And
leaves that door
open.
open.
It was close. It was a lot closer than it should have been at the end. But
it's like my Buffalo Bills. Why nail things down when you can leave it open and have a
Give
much
the
more
team a chance, right?
I just gained 3 yards and nail it down. And no, open it up. We want to see Lamar Jackson drive him all the way down. We want an exciting ending. That's what Ryan Day is known for.
Yeah.
But I
was happy to see him finally win one, though.
I missed that. Great Travis Scott halftime show.
Oh, yeah.
He was on the roof and you couldn't see him. So it was nighttime. It was pre-recorded.
Yeah.
It was not happening at the time. And it was so they had the chance to light it properly, and they just didn't. So he was on the roof of the Mercedes-Benz.
The drones all around him.
Yeah, but it just didn't look good. A lot of it. I watched it today. A lot of it was just like you just couldn't hardly see him.
Well, I got a little bit of it here.
No, and here's another thing.
It's called 4x4.
I'm not deep in the Travis Scott's catalog, but I've never been impressed. It's one thing about auto-tune, but this seems to be his thing, his signature. Like, he leads. Everything from this guy is going to be... And now, this one, he's just saying words. Like, he's just like words. Like,
he did have, like, marching band with him.
Bopper, topper. Yeah. That's 101. Rhymes with done. Words. Words.
It was a letdown. I was excited because I like
How
some
can
of
it
his
be a
music.
let up when you know it's going to sound super auto-tuned?
I was hoping
Do
you would do something
music
different.
listeners today simply do not want to be surprised, right? Give me the thing you gave me before, only slightly different.
He had an
What
opportunity.
if he would have come out and just sang and like used his voice? I'm assuming he can sing.
His concept was smart in the beginning because it had a college marching band. And I'm
Yeah,
like, okay.
on the roof.
No, they were down
Oh,
below. They
okay.
were on the roof with them. But
Yeah.
it set it up. The college marching band walks out of Mercedes-Benz Stadium, and they're kind of getting, like I guess, set up around where he
Where
is.
he isn't, because it was pre-recorded.
And then he's up on the roof, and it was interesting. But then again, when
Well,
he started
number one,
singing,
you have to light things properly. It doesn't do any good to be up on the roof when it takes like a minute. What's going on? Oh, he's on the roof. Like, that should just be obvious. And the song stinks.
4x4.
4x4 with the windows and the doors. It's exactly like modern country music. Everybody just singing about the things that they do and that they like. You know? Modern country music, they like beaches, beer, and girls and trucks.
Sonny and
And
Seth
rap. You know, it's the tinted windows and the blah, blah, and the bling. And it's just like, it's all just like, everybody's just writing. They might as well just list, hey, write a list of the things you like, and then write a list of the things that you don't like. And compare and contrast. It's just all that it is. I'm talking about my lifestyle. I'm bored. Your lifestyle isn't that interesting. Oh, you're another modern country guy who likes to go to the beach and drink beer and look at girls. Revelatory.
I was going to invite you, Eric. You know that I figured a good Von Hessler doctrine trip that we can all take together as a team is Kenny Chesney is going to be doing the Sphere in May.
Oh, yeah.
Sweet.
I got nothing against Kenny Chesney. I suppose he's
He's
probably
the
good.
guy. He's the beach and the beer and the
Yeah, whatever. I don't have to go to the Sphere.
I'm the new Jimmy Buffett.
Well, we need a new Jimmy Buffett because we need another songwriter who writes songs about food and drink. Not enough people write songs about food and drink. We need more of that.
That guy's doing 12 dates to the Sphere. I couldn't believe that. Kenny
The
Chesney.
Sphere is, has anybody noticed? It's a big white elephant almost. It's just like it's a complete disaster, the Sphere in Vegas, for every reason that I said, and some. Number one, when you've got a place that fits the number of people at State Farm Arena, how many acts can go in there and do more? Even Kenny Chesney, he's huge. He can only do 12.
That's it.
You know, who can fill the room up night after night after night? Because I guarantee you, a place like the Sphere, the HVAC, doesn't get turned off. Like, the maintenance has to happen every day. And how often are you going to have acts that will fill the place up? And then, on top of it, what I didn't think about is that even in Vegas, which is known for its gaudy signage, this thing is a complete and total eyesore. Hey, the world's largest billboard with moving images to remind you all night long, if you've got a bad hotel room and where the curtain doesn't close all the way, that T-Mobile has great deals. Can you imagine looking at that ugly Sphere all night long?
No, I would not like that.
It's terrible. So they were going to do other ones, like London wanted one, and they saw this one, like, nah, they canceled. And we don't need it.
Well, at least it keeps its unique feel to Vegas, right? I mean, because it is appropriate for Vegas to have something gaudy like that.
Yeah, but it's so gaudy, people from Vegas find it to be an eyesore. That's a problem.
That's hard to do.
That's a problem. All right, we're doing studies, surveys, and polls, so give me something.
I've got a survey from the Pew Research Center. They have found that 26% of students that are aged 13 to 17 are using AI to help them with their homework assignments.
Well, why would that surprise anybody?
That sounds low, actually.
You know, we can be older and look back and say, well, if you're that age, you're doing it, teenager means taking shortcut for any, you know, unless you're one of these, like, the most annoying kind of teenager. Oh, she's a future leader, you know, the really boring teenagers.
You forgot to give us the quiz.
Oh, this is the worst.
You know, guys and gals who are 16 or 17 who've chosen their politics and they know everything they're going to be doing throughout their life. But for most teenagers, teenager equals shortcut, looking for shortcuts. And so this should be no surprise. The good news is that our teenagers are halfway to the point of being complete morons anyway. We're not losing much.
It says
it's not like we're not falling. This has been a steady decline over years. If you think I'm wrong, ask anybody in school to write an essay and compare it to maybe a C+ student. Compare an A student's essay average today in high school with a C+ or B- essay from 1975. I think you'd be shocked at how skilled even our best students are. So that's been a slow kind of.
You think the teachers can detect AI?
Well, now they have AI software that can check for AI. But that's just going to be a war, and then, you know, it depends on where you go to school. You know, if you're out in the boondocks, they haven't even heard of the internet yet. You know, you're way ahead of the game.
You're on dial-up.
So I suppose that we have a lot of kids going to a lot of classrooms every single day. So yeah, some of them are going to have the AI to detect the AI.
That's how they'll get through med school.
But it doesn't matter. AI. Hey, listen, this is the way it works, kids. Use AI now. Help with your schoolwork so you can go out and party and do the things you want to do. And a few years down the line, you won't have to worry about it because the same AI will have taken the job you thought you were going to get when you got out of college. Andrew Seco says that they're tracking new trouble on Highway 78 in Tucker.
That we already seen the brake lights backing you to Scottsdale. Going to crash Highway 78 eastbound on Mountain Industrial. Left lane knocked out here, making it really tough. Maybe time to hop onto Highway 29 to save you a little bit of time here. Get reports of ice on the surface streets. Got a little bit of a trouble spot here. Peachtree Industrial heading north from Peter Corners all the way to the Berkeley Lake area. Make sure to use extreme caution when head through here. And new trouble heading through Panthersville. Stall block at a center lane, making it really tough. 20 eastbound before you get to Candler Road. That's exit 65. And the check on the downtown Midtown ride in the Cool Lake Area Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
Not looking too good, Andrew. If you're on the downtown connector, it is jam-packed, bumper to bumper. Take your time. Do not try and overrun people right now. 85 southbound, you are slow from 475 southbound. You're slow all the way from Pieces Ferry, and it's bumper to bumper all the way to I-20, all the way down to I-85, Cleveland Avenue, Langford Parkway, and coming back the other way if you're I-75, 85 northbound, you're also jam-packed from Langford Parkway all the way back up to Atlantic Station, exit 251. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
When the weather is at its worst,
To be just the beginning of the weather we're going to get.
we're at our best.
Tracking a blast of very cold air.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
Crash now shutting down Holcomb Bridge Road entirely.
Tune in often for the latest.
Temperatures down into the teens, low 20s.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
If the last few years have taught us one thing, they're guaranteed to grow for life. It works for bald spots, receding hairlines, thinning, men, women, younger, wiser. Advanced Hair's top-rated physicians have changed tens of thousands of lives, and now it's your turn. Schedule your free consultation by calling 470-660-HAIR, and to celebrate the new year, get special financing, 250 free hair grafts, and $250 off. Value the things you can control and start regrowing your own natural hair today. That's 470-660-HAIR, or discover what meeting your resolution could look like with before and afters at advancedhair.com.
Happy New Year from your friends at Lloyd Advisor Group. As we look into 2025, it is very common to set goals and expectations for the year. Personally, I try to have goals in each area of my life to help provide direction and guidance to my steps. One goal for this year is to be more present in the moment, giving each area its due. I would encourage you to do the same thing with each of the goals you set for this year. And if one of your goals this year is to address your financial situation, we would love to help you. Call us at 770-766-5611. Again, that's 770-766-5611. We would thoroughly enjoy making this year the year you reach that goal.
Advisory services offered through Lloyd Advisory Services, LLC. The Lloyd Group Incorporated is an independent licensed insurance agency, and you may be provided with information regarding the purchase of insurance and other financial products.
Do you think you need to renovate your kitchen, but you're worried about the cost? Well, Frugal Kitchens can help you get $1 million looking kitchen for a fraction of the cost and 18 months, no interest financing available. The best part, they can get you back up and cooking in 5 days from the start of construction. Life happens in kitchen. That's where you build some memories. If you're like Christy and me, that's why we use Frugal Kitchens, and you can too. FrugalKitchens.com is the website. Go check them out. Don't forget 18 months, no interest financing available. FrugalKitchens.com.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five.
Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town.
All right, Baker Man. High five.
He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee.
Up top, Bike Shop.
Yeah. It's 5 years of gig speed internet.
Quick, high five.
5 years of advanced security.
5 years.
And 5 years of a great rate that won't change.
Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Castleford, Dubois.
All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today and get 5-year price lock guarantee. It's back, but only for a limited time. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business.
Can't forget you, voiceover guy.
Ah, thanks, Dave.
High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly surcharge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
If you're ignoring any cracked brick or concrete, you could be ignoring important foundation problems, and you need to get ahead of these problems sooner rather than later. Don't wait any longer. Visit aquaguard.net today to book your free inspection.
AquaGuard. A Total Plumbing is now part of your trusted Ace Hardware Home Services team. Their expert plumbers are ready to provide top-notch service and repairs. Visit a-totalplumbing.com to learn more. A Total Plumbing and Ace Hardware Home Services, bringing helpful to your home.
Yeah.
So we're on the radio here.
I'm sorry, I'm just in my head. I'm just responding to the text I'm reading. Something about how the Chiefs have not had more. I don't know how it works. You know, a lot of people are saying the refs are helping the Kansas City Chiefs, and I didn't necessarily think it was true, but I just found out. I just read that you know, when they're playing on Sunday in Kansas City, the Bills and the Chiefs, the refs have already called the Bills twice for unnecessary roughness on Patrick Mahomes, and the game isn't until Sunday.
We can thank Taylor
I'm
Swift
just
for that.
saying. I'm just saying. I'm just thinking maybe there might be something going on here. I don't. Maybe.
Taylor Swift definitely is behind this.
You know what?
Guys.
Taylor Swift, can you stop?
Come on.
That's another thing. If the Bills lose again to the Kansas City Chiefs,
You can see her dancing
it's
all
bad
around.
enough, but she's going to be up there, with her, I'm a millionaire, everything's so
I don't want to
great.
be on TV.
I know you don't.
She hates
You
the spotlight.
shun the spotlight, Taylor Swift.
I mean, I'm just a normal girl. I love cats.
I know.
It's so crazy.
You were born on a Christmas farm. I know.
I was
Christmas
born
tree
on
farm. Not a Christmas farm. I read about your life story.
Wow. You know, I saw in the grocery store.
What did you see, Taylor Swift?
You know that spot in the grocery store that has magazines and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in there.
Yeah. You're quite what
I
you
went into the grocery store.
My gosh, she's just like us. Isn't that something?
Just like there are so many different types of apples. I was like,
Well, listen, Taylor Swift, it won't be as bad this year because last year Kansas City beat the Bills in Buffalo. And to have her up there just urinating all over my stadium, that hurt. That hurt. So at least
all
you'll
of
be
my
there.
cats are litter trained, so I'm pretty familiar.
I'm just saying you're marking your spot on my stadium.
She had a few too
I
many
get
beers,
it.
Eric.
Yeah.
You too many beers.
Do you get it now, Taylor?
Oh, I get it. You're making like a metaphor, like a simile, or a
Something like that.
theory.
So every
or
time in
like
this
a
game,
hot news.
every time in this game, but when I'm like, oh no, I'm gonna have to look up and she'll be up there. Hi, Eric. He's going to the Hall of Fame. I'm a billionaire, and everything works out for us.
I know. I have so much money.
Enjoy your student life, Eric. You're not supposed to have dreams.
I don't mean for it to be like that at all.
Oh well. Oh, you can only have one winner and loser. The way it goes.
I'm the winner.
Well, yes, always. You're the winner, and you're.
Yeah. It must be really hard though for you.
Yeah, because I'm not a multimillionaire, maybe billionaire, and my team's never won, and your team.
And I have so much money.
I know, and your favorite team, where you date like a first ballot Hall of Famer, they always win. So it's a little annoying.
He's so good at that game.
Yes, he is.
My
He is
God.
good at that game. I think we can all
He's
agree.
really good at ping pong too.
I didn't know that. I don't care because I don't have a team that goes up against him in ping pong.
Oh.
I
But
just
it's
want to
really
go.
cool.
Is there a doctor out there who will just put me to sleep until Monday?
Dr. Joe.
Jackson Stalker.
No.
I have his number.
You don't want that guy.
I don't want.
Hold on, let me get it for you.
No, I just go through the whole thing again.
Let me it up for those 2 weeks.
My favorite team, basically, the other team goes, oh, here they come. Oh, that team we always beat before we win Super Bowls. Here they come again. Can I just go to sleep and wake up and be like, Eric, you should have seen it. They beat them by 50 points. What? I missed it? Oh, but that's great.
Hey, but the
At
good
least
thing,
I had to
Eric,
live
is
through it.
if for some reason you guys do lose the Chiefs, you could always buy tickets to one of Taylor's next shows. She'll put on a performance for you regardless.
It's so much fun. There are so many people that come see me.
I
Like,
know. I know.
She'll do a song about Josh Allen.
Yeah, listen, you're I found out that Josh Allen's wife, the actress, she also put out music.
Haley Stanfield.
Yeah, like she had like a quasi hit a few years ago.
I didn't know
So
that.
it's not quite Taylor Swift.
She's an actress. I knew
Yeah,
that.
so we're climbing up the ladder a little bit.
And she plays state fairs.
Doesn't Taylor Swift
Better than
understand
popcorn
that there are 14-year-old girls who are rooting for every team that she's up there going, ha 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 ha.
Hey, I'm just so
Me and my
excited to
boyfriend are
be there.
perfect. You are? Are you excited? How did you tell me this? I don't see you up there.
You're really taking a lot, Eric.
You're drinking.
You're putting a lot of stuff that I'm not doing, but you're really telling me that you're getting that for. And that sucks.
So you're saying it's me, it's not you.
I mean,
That's what
have
you're
you
saying.
thought about maybe talking to somebody?
You know what, Taylor? You're making sense. So you know what? Maybe you really do care about me.
I do.
I know
I'm
you
so sorry that if any behavior that I'm doing has affected you negatively, that sucks.
Just when your boyfriend, scores.
Yeah,
just you don't have to put it in my face.
Should I look at the camera and be like, sorry, Eric?
You know, I don't understand is you're drinking beer in a plastic cup, and it doesn't matter how late into the game.
Just like normal people.
I know, but except I like normal people. Late in the game, your lipstick is so perfect. Hold on, we got to go to traffic, but I want to figure out how.
Ooh, traffic's not good.
No. Well, Andrew Seco, thank you, Taylor Swift. Andrew Seco says there's increasing delays on I-20 and DeKalb.
That there are, and you're very right. Traffic is not good. Nighttime during the alarm travel advisory. Right lane's knocked out, heading into Panthers, but 20 eastbound for Candler Road, exit 65 delay, looking really tough. Maybe time to hop on a Glenwood Avenue, save you a little bit of time, and the ride out of Scottdale looking especially tough as well. Stall block in a left lane on the inner 285 south. At Covington Highway, exit 43 delays either direction, making it really tough anywhere you're trying to go. How's the ride on 85 looking, Shinway?
I-85 north and southbound red from 285 to 316. Getting reports of crashes, but not seeing anything on the camera. Could be some stalled out vehicles. And over on I-75 southbound near North Marietta Parkway at 265, we got a crash taken out of center lane in Tucker. A crash at the left lane blocked on Highway 78 eastbound at Mountain Industrial, causing some delays on the east side. Triple T Traffic 95.5 WSB.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing a better way for you to get better care. And that starts with being there to support you around the clock. When you call or text, we'll always answer with 24/7 access to mental health clinicians. And we'll call you too. With a 100% follow-up rate to make sure you have everything you need. Whatever works best for you, works best for us. We're really just here to help you get better. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Owning a home means a lot of tough decisions, like who could I trust with the comfort of my family? Hey, it's Jared Yamamoto, the Von Hessler Doctrine for Guardian Home Experts. You know me, I'm an Atlanta guy, born and raised, but I'm not going to use a company just because my parents did or because I heard their name a lot. Heating, cooling, and plumbing options and pricing can be really complicated. So I did my research. I chose local, family-owned Guardian Home Experts. Over 5,000 five-star reviews. Affordable options, high-quality work, and impeccable customer service. Get a new system with Guardian and Daikin to get up to a $1,450 instant rebate and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's as low as $99 a month to own, not lease. Plus, Guardian offers meet or beat price match guarantee up to $500. Details online. And here's my favorite part.
I received a call one time, and the man said, "You probably won't call me back because I'm just a nobody." I immediately called him back. Nobody's a nobody.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. I always wanted to be the lawyer who represented the little guy, the voiceless, the powerless.
I was rear-ended by a car probably doing about 50 or 55 miles an hour. My car caught on fire. I'm a paraplegic, so I couldn't get out of the car. They were struggling to get me out of the vehicle. After the accident, I gave Morgan & Morgan a call, and they understood what I was going through, and they were there to help me each step of the way. It made me feel that I had people behind my back to help me and resolve the case.
I represented him, and we did well because we get the chance to help people put their lives back together and to go on as best they can after a life-altering death. There's only one you, there's only one Morgan & Morgan. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's news and talk.
At 4:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio with our top local story. It's happening now. It is snowing in parts of Metro Atlanta this hour. We get the latest from WSB meteorologist Christine Edwards in Storm Center.
And Bill, there is a very sharp drop-off between the snow showers and none of the snow. That drop-off is right on top of 85. So we do have snow showers from Gainesville to Suwanee, Duluth into Brookhaven, Midtown Atlanta. We have the snow, East Point as well as Noonan. Those of you in Smyrna, Kennesaw, Marietta, Alpharetta, Ball Ground, Canton, and Woodstock, you're thinking snow. What snow? The reason why is because the air is just too dry. So that is not falling for you. All the snow showers should be out of here by 6 p.m. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Epworth.
And this just in, MARTA suspending bus service and streetcar service this afternoon due to hazardous road conditions. Bus service will resume when road conditions allow. Rail service is operating on a normal weekday schedule. There are some things you can do to prepare for a storm like this.
Also preparing your phones. Go ahead and charge those devices should you have a power outage. It's also important that you're thinking about a plan should you lose power. How are you going to warm? So go ahead and get blankets out.
GMA Director Chris Stalling says there's no need to make a run to the grocery store. He says that this should only be with us for 36 to 48 hours. Georgia's getting ready for its second snow event in 10 days, and the state is ready to respond.
I can just tell you this, we're going to give it everything we got,
Governor Kemp says it's all hands on deck as the state prepares to respond to the winter weather moving through.
We're treating this like any other storm we got. We're in touch with all our partners, all our private sector partners, all our resources, and, they're ready to deploy.
Current tracks show most of the snowfall will be in middle and south Georgia, but state officials are urging everyone to be in a safe and warm place early and stay there. At GMA headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
This snow is rare for middle and south Georgia. Georgia DOT Commissioner Russell McMurray warns people to stay off the road.
It start to accumulate quite quickly, and road conditions could deteriorate pretty rapidly this afternoon as it was in.
And some areas in central and south Georgia could get several inches of snow. And this rare southern snowstorm is even bringing snow, sleet, and ice across the Gulf Coast region, including New Orleans, where we find CBS's Katie Weiss.
Down here on the Gulf Coast, this is a memorable event, something you don't forget. You say, you remember that time it snowed 20 years ago? That was crazy, wasn't it? And that's how this is going to certainly turn out for folks. This is going to be a day that many people will surely never forget.
We have an update on last week's shooting at a Cobb County middle school. Police say the 12-year-old girl who shot herself at Lindley Middle School has now died. The shooting last Wednesday led to a code red alert at the school. Police say the girl was found in a bathroom with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Gwinnett County Police hand out at least 70 citations to drivers who are ignoring Georgia's move-over law.
When approaching an emergency or police vehicle with its lights activated, it's the law in Georgia to either move over a lane or slow down. Gwinnett County Police Sergeant Colin Flynn.
It's a very dangerous job to conduct police business or fire business on the side of these interstates.
Flynn says officers at the 10th Precinct organized Operation Guthrie Shield after Master Police Officer Ashley Guthrie was struck by drunk drivers on two separate occasions while working on Interstate 85 and Highway 316. Daphne Young, 95 WSB.
Jury selection begins today for the former Brunswick District Attorney charged with meddling in the investigation of three men eventually convicted of killing Ahmaud Arbery in 2020. More than 200 potential jurors have been summoned in the case of Jackie Johnson. She's accused of violating her oath of office and hindering the police investigation into Arbery's death. The judge dismissed 15 potential jurors today. Winter weather on the Georgia coast is now delaying the jury selection process. It is now 4:34, and it's time for live team coverage of traffic and weather. And triple team traffic begins now with Andrew Seca.
See an extra lays backing you all the way back to Tucker. New trouble in a left lane here. Duty 5 south, the inner loop right at I-20 exit 46, making it really tough as you're leaving the Doraville area. Looking like we might have some trouble on the south side. 85 north and south, getting at Flat Hills Road, making it really tough in and out of Union City. And it looks like our downtown ride still a little jammed up. You are seriously slow. 75, 85 north and south from East Point, all the way through the heart of downtown, past Midtown. Seeing those delays all the way back into Buckhead and Brookhaven. But we do have some better news rolling through DeKalb County here to tell us about it in the Cool Ray Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
That's right. I-20 eastbound, right before Chandler Road, exit 65. We have multiple cars taking multiple lanes, a couple of right lanes. We had a truck in the center lane. They were all just stalled out. It looks like they are safely over to the right for the most part. They are going to part of that right lane, but for the most part, they are off to the right. So drive slowly going around that curve on that east side, please. Triple team traffic, 95.5 WSB.
I'm 95.5 WSB meteorologist Christina Epworth. The delineation of the snow showers versus the no snow is right on top of I-85. So Georgia 400, you may see a few flurries, but the accumulating snow is from Gainesville to Lawrenceville down into Tucker, as well as Midtown Atlanta and into the Noonan area. Snow showers will move out of the metro region through the 6 o'clock time frame, but it's going to stick around as temperatures drop into the teens for tonight. Tomorrow, sunshine, still cold, high 36. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
And right now, 25 in Johns Creek, 24 in Dallas, and 23 in Fayetteville. More news at 5 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Your roof has been impacted. Heavy rain, strong winds, damaging storms. Home Fix It show host Dave Baker here. I recommend you get a free roof analysis from my award-winning roofer, Findlay Roofing. No obligation, no charge. FindlayRoofing.com. Roof.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of the Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises for a greater beauty. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Pro athletes and attorneys count on George Stein, the DUI lawyer. You can too. GeorgeStein.com.
Properties come in all shapes and sizes, and so do foundation repairs. Mark Beckham here. It could be new construction, a big house, a small house, or your commercial property. Anyway, you need the leaders in foundation repair to handle it. Get your free estimate at AtlantaRanchback.com.
Hey, it's Shelley Winter from BeTheYoungUATL.com. I need you, ladies and gentlemen, to call this number right now, 770-415-3000. Schedule a free consultation and receive a complimentary advanced body composition analysis. You need to be on this program. It's a weight loss program that works. It's worked for me, and everybody tells me they see it. I've lost the weight and kept it off. Listen, you need to know what's going on inside your body. It's easy to lose the weight and keep it off only with the BeTheYoungerUATL.com weight loss program. But you know what's not easy? To see what's going on the inside. And what's going on the inside is high visceral fat levels, just like I had before I joined the BeTheYoungerUATL.com weight loss program. Please go to BeTheYoungerUATL.com right now or call 770-415-3000.
All right, Christina Edwards has joined us because there's a weather event happening. And Christina Edwards, I want to admit something to you.
Okay.
I believe, I was thinking about this because I was watching on WSB TV the coverage of the light snowfall at this point. And I think that I'm a snow snub.
Yeah.
I think I am. I have to out myself because I grew up in Western New York.
Yeah, I was about to say.
And I recognize why it is. I mean, we don't get these very often.
Devil's dandruff. We ain't prepared.
Right. And we shouldn't be prepared, by the way. There's no way that we should be prepared like Western New York is when this happens once every few years. And then when it does happen, it usually doubles up. But how bad can we expect it to actually be? It seems like it's something that's going to be more about northern Florida than southern Georgia. And its worst impact, or am I wrong?
Define bad.
Bad is I'm stuck somewhere and I can't get home.
Okay.
Roads just like...
Stuck somewhere is New Orleans, which legitimately had a blizzard this morning. Stuck somewhere would be Columbus, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. Those are areas that legitimately are looking at 3 to 4 inches of snowfall, if not a little bit more. Here in Metro Atlanta, I anticipate anywhere from half an inch to 1 inch of snowfall for our southern communities or southern counties. So that would be Henry County, Clayton County, Fayette, and Coweta counties. Where you have half inch to 1 inch, that should be manageable. However, I'm thinking of my neighborhood where did somebody salt the main road in and out of the neighborhood? No. Okay, fine, snowed in.
Right.
But for the major thoroughfares, we should be okay.
Should be all right. Now, Roswell, the mighty kingdom of Roswell, where I reign.
Georgia 400 is outside of the snow range.
Okay. I'm
Lucky.
Hey, listen,
He's a tucker. He's getting all the snow right now.
First of all, don't you enjoy it? You have a young child, 3 years old. He probably loves the snow.
I would love to be there with him right now, not thinking about driving on
Oh,
85
yeah, I know.
north.
Yeah.
But
And
you-
then getting on La Vista and all that.
But you come from the northern part
Yeah,
of
you
this
gotta
country.
try
You
it.
have dealt with
Yeah, but
sort
we
of
have
thing before.
salt and
That is
cinders.
true.
And cinders.
It's true. We have brine.
Mhm.
The brine roads. So the further south you are, it sounds like, even though, so I'm trying to go by what you said, to the eastern part of what? East of 85.
Yeah, so it really looks like that line is right on I-85. So it's snowing all throughout Flowery Branch, Duluth, Lawrenceville down into Tucker, East Point, even down into Sonoya and Noonan. However, I have friends, family in Roswell going snow. What snow?
Right.
I have friends in Canton, Ball Ground, and Woodstock going, I haven't seen a single snowflake today. That is because we have dry air. We've been waiting all day long for the dry air to finally moisten up and allow the snow to come to the ground, but that dry air still holds on from the Dallas into Cartersville, Ackworth, and Canton regions.
And don't be somebody who, listen, you don't deserve snow necessarily. You may get it. You may not. Let's get
people in Roswell and Woodstock. They don't deserve it.
No, I like this.
They
don't deserve
I like
snow.
when people are like Ball Ground, like, I don't believe it's snowing anywhere. I haven't seen a flake, for heaven's sakes.
May I ask a question? Is this once this polar vortex is done, is that it for the season?
That's a hard Saturday.
It's like a 60% yes.
Well,
60% yes.
It's one of those weather setups where you see it coming for like 2 or 3 months. So you know it's gonna be a thing. It's gonna stick around for like 3 weeks, and then if it finally meanders off, and then by then it's February, March. So it's very rare to get another lobe of the polar vortex to come on down during March. It's usually a January event when it happens, January to early February.
Will the groundhog in a couple of weeks decide that?
I'm not a groundhog prognosticator myself, so I don't know what the groundhog's going to see or do.
Speaking of silliness in weather, like the groundhog, I think that the new president has put meteorologists in a little bit of a bind here.
Yeah.
The very first storm had to come out of the Gulf of whatever it is you're calling it these days. The Gulf is coming out. There you go. I like it.
There was a blizzard along the Gulf.
Why not America? You like America?
I love America.
Okay.
My guess is MSNBC is going to say Gulf of Mexico. Fox Weather is going to say Gulf of America. I like the balance that you have struck.
Thank you. I will
More
say,
about meteorology.
it's all about the meteorology, but the geography is important because, hurricanes, they form off the coast of Africa. They make their way in. Cape Verde has changed over. That's not called the Cape Verde Islands anymore.
Right.
Can't remember off the top of my mind because it happened so recently, but sometimes geographical locations do change names. It takes a while for
Is there
them
any
to-
chance if we
to do
change
the
it to the Gulf of America that it will change the meteorology around the Gulf? Is there no? There's no chance. So really doesn't change anything.
all the hot air that we, the humans, are exporting out all the temperatures. Like you could call a rose by any other name, but it's
That's
still
right.
gonna be a stormy. So.
But it's a hell of a rose, isn't it?
God, it is. By the way, it's Cabo Verde.
Thank you, Cabo Verde.
Cabo
Yes.
Verde.
I do always think is funny is some of the same people, and I'm not dragging you into a political conversation, but I do think this is funny that some of the same people who get angry about, like, I'm not going to say is it Beijing? Which one changed their name? India. There was a.
Well, they both did.
Right.
Beijing was Peking.
Right. And I've known people like,
Myanmar?
it's Peking. Yeah, and Myanmar as opposed to, and it's like, hey, I'm calling it what it always used to be. And those are usually the same types who are this one, like, no, we're calling it the Gulf of America now. The same people who are the traditionalists. Why should I have to change the name? That's ridiculous. But now they're going to be all for this name change. And ridiculous is the word. That's why we have a job, because we get to make fun of this wonderful, wonderful, ridiculous land that we live in. Christina Edwards.
Yes.
After this leaves at like 11 o'clock tonight or something like that.
It's more like a 6 to 7 o'clock time frame. This is going to scoot off towards east.
And then it gets really cold for a couple days? Or?
Very, very cold. And by the way, we did not reach the freezing mark earlier today. Yesterday, we briefly reached 32. So the consecutive time, consecutive hours of being at or below freezing is now up to, I need to do the math, but we're somewhere around 42 to 48 already.
I should have cracked that tap open. Maybe a little too late. I realize now that my main water lines are right behind a wall. It's right there. So fingers crossed.
Exterior wall?
Exterior wall, yeah. So I need to keep all my taps open. Is that what I have to do?
Just gotta let it drip.
And one on every floor, correct?
Ideally, all of them, although I have a bathroom right next to the water heater. It's an internal, maybe not you, but ideally, all of the taps need to be going. So the kitchen, the bathroom, especially if they have, if they're coming through an exterior wall, like my main bathroom has the exterior wall, those need to keep going. It doesn't have to be a full flush, like it doesn't have to be all the way open rushing, but you need just enough where there's a drip or it's a small flow, because remember, it's the running water that is harder to freeze over. Still water is going to freeze over at a faster rate.
And ideally, you don't wake up the next day and find out that your drain was clogged up.
Listen, the reason why you want to drip it is because say you've got a water bill that's $50 to $100 extra dollars, right? That's better than $25,000 worth of extra
That's
damage.
correct. Look out, Dave Baker. She's now getting in
Yeah,
your area.
Clark.
I don't care about Clark. My job.
It's Clark Smart.
Christina Edwards, always on it, and of course, will get us through this storm just like all the other. Appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thanks for having me.
No problem. Andrew Seco says there's new trouble on 285 South in DeKalb.
That there is, Jimmy, all the way back past Doraville. New stall on the left lane, 285 south, the interlude right when you get to I-20, exit 46. Those still tough. Only to get tougher till it clears. You may be sitting for a while. Remember to pack your patience. Keep a foot close to the brake pedal. Dealing with that trouble into Tucker, Highway 78 eastbound. Got a Christian left lane at Mountain Industrial. To get it really tough as you're approaching the Big Rock. And we are dealing with some sort of delays up here. 75 northbound, something jamming up when you get to exit 265. That's the North Loop, North Marietta Parkway. Looks like we might have some trouble on the south side. How are you looking over there, Chinway?
Like you said, you want to pack that patience because we got a stalled vehicle in the right lane on I-85 northbound near I-285. This is down in Union City, causing you some delays on the south side. This report is sponsored by the Georgia Lottery. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $20 million. Hit the multi-draw feature and stay in the game for the next several jackpot drawings. Drawings happen every Tuesday and Friday. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
On air,
online,
on the app,
where you get your news
is where you'll win.
Download the WSB radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Thank you, Jesus. The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 times a day, every weekday.
Oh my God, that's amazing.
Just enter the word at WSBradio.com or on the WSB radio app.
Your next chance to win is coming up at 5.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
On 95.5 WSB.
Septic systems are not a do-it-yourself project. You need an expert. Hi, I'm Shannon, owner of Scorpion Septic. We're Dave Baker's septic experts on the Home Fix-It Show. My license and insurance.
Founded by hardworking Jordans in 1992, Builders provides tailored insurance solutions to safeguard workers and business owners from costly accidents. Explore reliable workers' compensation and general liability products at BLDRS.com. Builders, insurance built strong.
This is Andy Harris, president of Coosa Valley Credit Union, with a personal invitation for you to join our newest branches in Woodstock, Canton, or Dallas. We've been in business in Northwest Georgia for 70 years, and we're proud to now offer kinder banking to Cobb, Cherokee, and Paulding County, where you'll always speak to a real person. With 11 locations, Coosa Valley Credit Union is always local and nearby. Experience kinder banking and stop in a Coosa Valley Credit Union branch near you.
EMC Security.
Meet EMC Security's hero of the home.
After some break-ins in my neighborhood, it got me thinking about my family security. A friend recommended EMC Security, so I called. Now I have peace of mind that my family is safe without having to sign a long-term contract.
Way to go, Sarah. Be the hero of your home with no contracts, fast and reliable monitoring, and rates as low as $16.95.
EMC Security. Smart protection for a safer tomorrow.
Do you frequently ask family and friends to repeat themselves? Do you struggle to understand conversations when you're at a restaurant missing important life moments? Hi, this is Dr. Prince from Atlanta Hearing Associates, and we can help you hear better again. At Atlanta Hearing Associates, we combine the latest technology with compassionate care given by doctors of audiology to help you successfully manage hearing loss and get back to enjoying your life to the fullest. We offer hearing tests for individuals of all ages with easy online scheduling at hearatlanta.com. Symptoms. Your hearing is muffled or words are not clear. It's difficult to hear when there is background noise. You turn the TV volume way up. If you noticed any of these symptoms, it's time to have a hearing test. Come on in and see us at Atlanta Hearing Associates. Easy online scheduling is available at hearatlanta.com. HEAR Atlanta.com.
Our roads are even more dangerous in the winter. Hey, it's Smiling Mark McKay for John Foy and Associates, the Strong Arm. If you get hurt in a wreck this winter, send in the Strong Arm. They know how much money you're entitled to and how to get it. There's no cost until they win. JohnFoy.com.
If you're living with dry age-related macular degeneration or dry AMD, you need to get rid
risk for developing geographic atrophy, or GA. GA can be unpredictable and progress rapidly, leading to irreversible vision loss. Now there's something you can do to slow it down and get it going slower. Izervay is proven to slow GA progression. Izervay gets GA going slower. Izervay or avastin-capted Pagel is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today. Izervay gets GA going slower. Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com.
Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
If you're seeing cracks in the walls upstairs, downstairs, or outside, maybe even a door not closing, call the Foundation Repair Specialist. Hi, it's Mark Beckham here with Atlanta Ramjack. We are your leading foundation repair experts. Set up your free estimate right now at AtlantaRamjack.com.
It's home show time. The North Atlanta Home Show is January 24th to the 26th at the Gas South Convention Center. Yep, 3 days full of great deals, new ideas, and practical advice for your home. Tickets are available now at NorthAtlantaHomeshow.com. Use promo code BAKER and save 50%.
All right. I believe that we've had a study, we've had a poll.
We've had a survey and a poll.
Oh, I'm sorry. I apologize. Stand corrected, and I, again, apologize to anyone I may have harmed.
Well, don't worry, though.
My misinformation.
I have a study, though, to complete the trifecta.
Okay, let's have it. By the time we get to 5, we will have had a study, a survey, and a poll.
That is correct. This is
a beautiful hour.
This was a study.
Beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful, a study and a survey all at once.
You tired? You had a lot of things going on
Not
yesterday.
just all. People forgot I used to be young.
You looked a little uncomfortable during your dance yesterday with Melania.
Well, I don't know what's going on. A little gout. We love it. There's nothing
Put
wrong.
it this way: if it was a Democrat couple, all of my Republican friends would be making lots and lots and lots of jokes. There appears to be a little cold air. That's all I can say.
Great hat.
That hat throughout the day was just odd. Nuts. And I didn't see the inaugural balls and stuff.
She did change out
Right.
of.
But I heard that the way they danced was like two people who have never met one another dancing.
It wasn't that far off from the first time they danced together.
So, I don't know. They need to learn. That's how you know. By the way, that's one of the pleasant things about them is they're not that much of a political couple. Like the Clintons would decide, hey, yeah, we hate each other, but we out there, yeah, we got to take my hand. You know what I mean? Like, we got to put on a show. One thing I give the Trumps, it's kind of like they hold their area. They're not going to put on a show.
What you
for
see
us.
is what you get.
I mean, they put on a hell of a show, don't get me wrong, but there just seems to be a little bit of cold air.
I wonder if there was ever a conversation about like Gulf of America, for example, like where he went over to Melania and was like,
What do
"Hey,
you think?
What do you think?"
I'm going to call it Gulf of America. What do you think, Melania?
You just don't kiss me.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, you probably couldn't even point to it on a map. But what do you think?
Money, please.
Okay, here you go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're beautiful.
All right. Very quickly, or won't get this. We won't have our trifecta.
This is a study from QS Supplies. They have found.
By the way, I just want to put a bow on it. Again, if you're a Republican and you're angry about those jokes we just made, look in the mirror. If that was a Democrat couple, you would making much more severe and cruel jokes than we just made. You know that's true.
Oh, absolutely. They're the same ones that are going to be spreading the rumors about Barack Obama potentially dating Jennifer Aniston. They're the same
I don't know
that
who
are
he's
making
dating, but he doesn't appear to be dating Michelle anymore.
Yes.
At least not in public.
I'm dating Melania. We can finally reveal it.
Quickly, or we'll get the trifecta.
All right, study from QS Supplies here. Just 1 in 3 feel comfortable using the restroom or passing gas in front of their partner.
Oh, why
Wait, those are totally different things.
Yeah.
Well, it's.
I'm the same way. To me, there's a firewall. I don't want to know that my wife, we've been together 38 years. You know, I don't want to know that she even deals with that, and I don't think she wants to know that I do. Although she's certainly much more open than I am, you know, about it.
Oh, so you blame her, huh?
I want a complete total firewall. Like, I don't want to see it. I don't want to know it. I want nothing. I think it's disgusting what we humans do.
So you would be one of the opposite on this poll here. I think it's okay to do in front of people. Why not? You're with them all the time. You know, it's gonna happen.
Because the air that was inside of your body is suddenly inside of their brain. That's wrong. You shouldn't be doing that to
Can't
other
help
people. Walk away. That's all I'm saying.
Them walk away.
I think this is what we're disagreeing on. Tactics. Andrew Seco is keeping eyes on trouble on 285 in DeKalb.
Might be time to issue a travel advisory. Several lanes knocked out here. 285 south, the inner loop right at I-20 exit 46. GMDA back all the way into Doraville. Pack your patience. Plan a couple extra minutes. Give you time at our stall. And a crash rather still active, leaving Clarkston into Tucker. Left lane knocks at 88 eastbound about Industrial. Delays all the way back into Scottdale. Things looking tough. You know, to use Highway 29. How are things looking now downtown, Chinway?
Well, right now, you're still pretty red. If you're above I-20, I-75, 85 southbound, you're jam-packed bumper to bumper from 17th Street all the way down to I-20. Now, once you hit I-20, it is a little bit better. You see yellow instead of the red, and I must say that the roads look good on the downtown connector, I-75, 85 north and southbound. You can still see the tar, which means that they brine the roads pretty good, so you're okay. Just take a nice slow pace. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or home warranties. Get a Reliable Protection Plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WB.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, this is Mark Spain, and our offers are the strongest in the industry. When you receive a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, there's no showings, no open houses, and no stress. One of our clients, Tiffany, said, Mark Spain Real Estate is wonderful in answering any questions I had along the way. Find out where your guaranteed offer will be and close in as little as 21 days. There's no obligation. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today. That's markspain.com and start packing.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
WSB Atlanta, WSB FM, and HD1 Doorbell. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
There she is, founder and CEO. High five. Dave can't stop celebrating with every business owner in town. All right, Baker Man, high five. He's sharing the excitement of big savings with the Comcast Business 5-year price lock guarantee. It's 5 years of gig speed internet. Quick, high five. 5 years of advanced security. 5 years. And 5 years of a great rate that won't change. Yeah, law partners. Chamberlain, Messenthorpe, Dubois. All from the company with 99.9% network reliability. Switch today. Get the 5-year price lock guarantee. It's back, but only for a limited time. Powering 5 years of savings, powering possibilities. Comcast Business. Can't forget you, voiceover guy. Ah, thanks, Dave. High five.
Ends 3/9/25. Guaranteed rate applies to monthly service charge for new customers on qualifying internet bundle, excluding taxes and fees. Other restrictions apply.
News, weather,
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News sponsored by D. Geller & Son Jewelers. Our top local story, it is happening now. Snow in Metro Atlanta. We are now under a winter storm warning. Meteorologist Christina Edwards joins us live now from the Storm Center.
Yes, Bill, in the last 15 minutes, the National Weather Service did bump much of Metro Atlanta up into this winter storm warning. So what that means is that due to the snow that has been coming down heavy at at times, especially right on top of the major interstates here. That is reducing some impact to the travel. So the bump up, if you will, would be for the Cobb County as well as Fulton County areas, and that is going to continue tomorrow morning. Just be aware that whatever's on the ground is going to stick because temperatures are below freezing at this time. Bill?
And we are starting to get our first school closings for tomorrow. So far, the only school districts that have reported being closed for Wednesday are Coweta County, Henry County, and Newton County. We will keep you posted as more of those closings come in. And for a complete list, you can go to WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app. At least one person has died in Georgia as a result of the extreme cold across the state. The head of GEMA says that person died of hypothermia. State leaders stressing there is no need for panic buying because of this winter weather.
While it might be tempting to raid the grocery stores of the bread, milk, and eggs, GEMA Director Chris Elling says that's not necessary.
As I said in the last storm, most everything you've got in your house right now is fine. You'll be just fine. It's more about preparing yourself for water freezing, your pets being outside, things of that nature.
Of course, strip your faucets to prevent pipes from freezing. Charge your phones in case the power goes out. If you generate, make sure you know how to use it safely. At GEMA headquarters, Jonathan O'Brien, 55 WSB.
This hour, the brutally cold weather has Georgia insurance officials urging you to read your homeowner's policy to make sure it covers frozen pipes that burst. WSB Steve Summers is live with information that might surprise you.
Yeah, Bill, many people believe that just because they pay for homeowners insurance, they are covered no matter what. But Bryce Lawson with the Georgia Insurance Commission says not necessarily.
They can actually deny coverage if the policyholder fails to take necessary steps to prevent an accident from happening.
That means you got a part in this too, even though you pay that premium. It means leaving faucets on, below sink doors open, and the heat on to minimize chance of a burst pipe. And they will investigate this. Look for language in your policy like, quote, sudden and accidental to confirm you likely be covered in the event of a broken pipe due to freezing water. By the way, water expands 9% when it freezes, making a pipe break much more likely. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
Delays and cancellations are adding up. The world's busiest airport, the FAA reporting a ground delay at this hour. So far today, more than 406 flights are delayed at Hartsfield Jackson, with almost 240 cancellations, according to FlightAware. Georgia DOT crews crisscross the state treating roads from Florida to Tennessee and Alabama to South Carolina.
This is a large potential for impact. I have to remind everybody that we cannot be everywhere at once.
DOT Commissioner Russell McMurray says over 400 snowplows are positioned to clear road once the snow falls. A former Georgia congressman takes first step in the process to becoming head of the VA.
Former 9th District Congressman Doug Collins testifies before the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee and says the VA should have one main focus.
We've got to get back to the part where it's about the veteran itself, and I'm going to want to empower a workforce that wants to get up every day and come and say, I'm getting to yes, I'm getting this veteran so they get the help they need.
Collins left Congress after an unsuccessful run for U.S. Senate in 2020. The full Senate must still vote to confirm his nomination. Austin Eller, 95 WSB.
Also today, Marco Rubio sworn in as Secretary of State. It is now 5:04, and the Von Hess Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, it's live team coverage of traffic and weather, and triple team traffic begins with Andrew Seco.
Watching the impact on that winter weather in and around the metro, one of the worst spots we're seeing near the city seems to be on I-20 eastbound into Panthersville. Really bad spot here. Several cars stalling out, sliding, and blocking several lanes on the interstate. If you're here, avoid the area altogether. If you have roads, use extreme caution. You'll hop at 285 or Glenwood Road, save you a little bit of time. Crash still active from Clarkston into Tucker, left lane, knocked out. 78 eastbound on Mountain Industrial, making it a little bit tough here. And better news on 285, but those delays remain. Our stall has cleared. 285 south at I-20, that takes it 46. Those delays still backing you all the way into Doraville. Quick check of the northeast to the Great Carrier Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
The ride in Gwinnett is looking a lot better right now, Andrew. I-85 north and southbound. Of course, you're on and off the brakes right now, but it looks like regular afternoon traffic. We're seeing more incident on the side streets, so just take your time and continue doing a good job, Gwinnett. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, the official heating of winter. And here again, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
And Gwinnett is dealing with snow band right on top of I-85 and 316. The snow is heavy at times throughout DeKalb County. That's going to include Tucker as well as East Atlanta. This is the I-20 along with the 285 interchange on the east side. We still have heavy showers, snow showers falling throughout Henry, Clayton, Fayette, and Coweta counties. The snow showers will be moving out of the metro region within the next hour or two. However, I am noticing that we're getting a little bit more snowfall than anticipated earlier today, and that is why the winter storm advisory has been bumped up to a winter storm warning for the metro Atlanta area. Anything on the ground is going to stay there for tonight as temperatures stay in the mid-teens. Tomorrow, sunny skies, but still cold, high 36. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Upwards.
Right now, 24 in Stone Mountain, 23 in Hampton, and 25 in Alpharetta. More news at 5:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 3, which is the 5 o'clock hour. And that's how you know that it's the... By the way, it's hour 3 of the Doctor. But because it's the 5 o'clock hour, that means the WSB 5K a day bonus blitz. 5 o'clock hour keyword. Bet you want to know what that is. Why wouldn't you? Well, here it is. The word is free. F-R-E-E. Or as Autumn likes me to spell these things, F-R-E-E.
That's good.
Free.
I can follow that.
Go to the WSB Radio app or WSBradio.com/cash for your chance to win. Again, that keyword is free, and you got to make sure that you pick up the phone for the next 20-25 minutes or so after you get involved, because we are not allowed to leave a voicemail. You have to pick up, and since we're probably not in contacts, you'll have to pick up. And maybe it'll be us, and maybe it'll be that person you just do not want to talk to. It's the risk. That's the risk you got to take.
We require here on the Von Hester Doctrine that you're nice to whoever's contacting you.
Yeah, and yes, be nice to whoever contacts you. Why wouldn't you be nice? You're in line to win stuff.
I don't like talking to people.
I know, you're getting involved in the contest.
I don't care. Just give me money.
Again, that keyword.
Free.
Free. By the way, who's this guy named Brian that...
We gotta get Brian out there and lay it down.
Brian,
gotta lay Brian down on the road.
Brian, are you laying yourself down on the road? Well, you gotta lay Brian.
I got a doppelganger named Brian, and all he does is go out and make sure the roads don't get sticky and icy.
The governor kept you Brian.
That's what I said, Brian. You know, Brian.
I heard your news conference this morning during our care. It sounds like you're putting yourself on the roads.
Well, you were elected, right? So you got it.
Right. So George elected me to take care of everything, not just the things that they care about one time or another. So I'm going to put the Brian down.
Okay, we're going to put the Brian down.
All right, before we get in trouble, because he is easy to anger, quick to anger, this Greg Russ. Let's do this.
He's a misanthrope, he has a dark heart, and he needs a good psychiatrist. It's Greg Russ with stories from Studio B1.
Tuesday edition.
That it surely is. Now, I know you were upset because at one point it was snowing in Atlanta. It wasn't snowing in New York City. I don't know how your weather is now. We are getting a dusting here, and I don't want that to aggravate you.
It's too late. Very aggravating. These weather people can't get together for days leading up to Sunday here in New York. Gonna be a big snowfall. Gonna start at noon. Gonna be 7 inches. Gonna start at 2. Gonna be 5 inches. Gonna start at 4. Gonna be 3 inches.
What did it end up being?
Start at 6. It started around 6, and it ended up being around 2.5 inches of snow.
So you enjoy a good snowfall. Have you not had any this season?
No, for years. There hasn't been a good one in about 2 years. If this doesn't get a good snowfall, we did get one snowfall. But
now you also you have a vehicle. You get out of town, so you have been around snow. You went up to Maine. You imagine
even in Maine it didn't snow as much
Really?
as the previous years. It didn't snow while we were there. There was a little bit of snow on the ground, but not as much.
So you and your
It's all
buddies
changing.
You can do your annual sledding contest.
No, we couldn't sled.
That
It
stinks.
was worrisome to go on the lake because I think was it frozen. I watch videos on YouTube what to do if you fall through a frozen lake.
Well, to give up, I think, is the first thing. Just give up.
First thing is you're going to panic, and the cold water is going to shock you, and you have to just stay calm.
You
Get
got to
as
deal
calm
with
as
it.
you can get.
In your brain, you've got to say, this water is really, 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 really cold, and I'm okay with that.
That's the first part of it.
Yeah.
And then you don't try to pull yourself straight up. You start kicking your leg behind you so your body angles. Now,
Right.
this is, of course, you not falling all the way out of the ice and getting stuck under it. Then you're screwed. But if you kind of just fall through and catch yourself.
So you're saying if you fall through and you fall so far through, and then
And you come back up and you can't find the hole that
Yeah.
you fell through. Yeah.
well, in that case, I know what you do is you want to start kissing that ice. There's always going to be a
Slowly
small. There's going to be a little teeny.
Make out with the ice and see if you can melt its cold heart.
Use your passion to melt the ice. But I'm saying, even if you don't melt the ice, as long as you can last there, there's always going to be like a little thin, tiny layer between ice and where the water starts. I believe you can extract some oxygen from that. But you really are going to have kind of like kiss that ice, kids. Kiss that ice. If you want to live, do you want to live?
Air.
Kiss that ice.
Kiss it.
That'll be the name of today's podcast.
Kiss that ice.
Ice kiss.
Ice kissing. Got it.
Greg Russ, do you have any stories from Studio B1? I mean,
Don't you know the rest? You have to make yourself real flat.
what are you talking about?
The ice getting out,
pulling
getting out
yourself
of the
out.
water.
Well, the other way around. Here's the problem with pulling
Your
yourself
your
out.
solution was kiss the ice.
No,
which
I'm
is not
saying,
helpful.
I'm saying if you can't. No, you're doing that hoping that people will come find you.
Hi there, welcome to Solo Moto. Oops. I am Jared Yamamoto,
No,
and we
what
have
is this?
Sorry about that.
Jared's taking over the show.
Solo Moto.
My thing was not muted.
Solo Moto.
He reveals plans. Accidentally.
Is that what the name of this show is going to become?
That's what's going to be called instead of ice
Solo
kissing.
Moto. Damn it, Jared.
Eric
And let the
does-
cat out of the bag.
Every day after the show, he goes to the program director. And Eric doesn't really want to resign. I can tell, even if he tells you that he wants to. I think it's time for him to go.
I got
try an
something.
idea.
I got
for
something in my
the
back pocket.
Solo
I got a little
Yamamoto.
something here.
Can I be your producer? I have a kid.
Solo.
I have a kid. Is
It
that on
is
your
true.
resume? I have a
Yes.
kid.
I have
He
a
has
child.
a child. Yes, for heaven's sakes.
That hasn't stopped people from laid off before.
What I
don't care about
want
your
to,
kids.
what I want to make you understand or get out there is what I was saying when you're kissing the ice, you're just hoping that people show up because you can't get yourself out. Now, you're talking about just cracking through the ice and very quickly. You don't want to try to pull yourself back up. And I would think that would because you're just pulling on the same thing that just went through, which means it's not very sure.
It also requires more strength. You are also freezing at that point.
Yeah.
You just start kicking your leg behind you, so you kind of flatten out, and then you.
Yeah, it works up some heat.
go
You have
up
to
under
like
it. It's a
float
penguin.
up. Yeah, and then you have to make yourself. You have to spread the weight around so that it doesn't break more of the ice.
All that while you're panicking.
Yes,
Oh,
that's
that's
why you have to.
Well, you
stay calm.
can't panic.
Well, yeah, okay.
Wow.
Just don't.
You know, it's like when you're fighting a bear.
Right.
You gotta keep your head.
Panic. Stay and fight.
Because here's the thing, you're smarter than the bear. Now he's got your size and everything else.
Do you know the different bear techniques?
No, but I have.
They have a
one-
nice little rhyme.
Okay, but I can tell you one technique I have when it comes to fighting
Sure.
bears: never being in the same place with bears.
Not going to the
Oh, I
woods.
tell you.
Yeah,
What if
I-
you're like up at Gatlinburg or something like that, where
I'm
there are
not-
bears
Eric's
everywhere?
never
I-
in Gatlinburg.
Am I in Gatlinburg?
They're just rolling around
Wait,
streets.
what do they do? They running a knife store.
I feel like I see videos where they're I feel like I see videos of them like frequently like walking down the streets where people are.
Yeah, not where I am. I live in areas where bears usually are not seen. That's my okay. But if let's say somehow I woke up, somebody had moved me into the middle of the woods. There's a bear. What are the different styles of what it was you were
Yeah.
saying for?
So, Jared, the bear that you're talking about are usually the black bears that like aren't really afraid of people, and they kind of show up in your driveway in like North Carolina.
Oh,
yeah,
yeah.
they're
Those are
more like
black
big
bears.
rats.
Yeah.
The black bears.
So they're
Tell them that to their face.
that's what they are.
They're just kind of more. They rummage
Oh
through
yeah,
garbage
yeah,
and
you'll
stuff.
say all kinds of stuff when there's a black bear right here. rushing
to my face, bro.
Yeah,
I mean, polar bears are also going through the trash, and they're not like rats.
yeah, they're cute and cuddly and
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, so
they're
cuddly.
always floating on those pieces of ice in the middle of the
Looking
ocean.
so
with nowhere to go.
forlorn.
yeah, they live on those Coke cans. They're beautiful.
Yeah.
They're beautiful.
All right, so if it's black, fight back.
Yeah.
Because they're not like gonna overpower you. They'll run away.
They'll run away. They're
docile.
scared. They're skittish.
They'll slash
Yeah.
you. Your adrenaline will wear off, and you look down, you're
Right.
like big gashes. But
That's all right, but you'll probably make it.
Yeah.
You know, they're not gonna fight you that hard. If it's brown, lay down. That's the one that's gonna
What,
get
so you can
you.
chew your head off?
I mean, it's like if you're not struggling, they're not going to fight back to you. I'm not sure exactly
This sounds
why.
like
This
the
is
old.
just the way.
This sounds like the old hippie bathroom rules.
Yeah.
No, yeah, she's right.
If it's
She's right. If it's yellow, let it mellow.
If it's yellow, stay mellow. If it's brown, flush it down.
So if it's brown, lay down. If it's white, good night, because you're dead.
Oh, but the polar bear's just gonna kill you.
Oh yeah.
What about panda?
They're the worst.
Pandas
That one, rescue
They're
it.
also not, they're also not really bears.
Pandas are not supposed to even be around.
No, they're
This is-
like
this is
they're
human
like mistake bear.
No, human beings decided we're not going to let this go instinct. Instinct.
cute.
Instinct, not instinct. Instinct.
Our
I was
instinct
thinking of
was to not
instinct.
let it go extinct.
Yeah, we've just decided the thing is so cute we don't want it to go away, because if humans had not intervened when it comes to pandas, they would not be around. These things do nothing to survive.
That's totally valid evolution, I think. If you evolve just to be cute so another species protects you. That's smart.
Good point.
Way to go.
Good point.
Think about dogs. Dogs evolve that way. They come from wolves all the
Yeah,
way
but
down to.
dogs do something. They can, they can.
They interfere.
No,
They
all
round up the
pets-
sheep.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
All baby animals do have the instinct to look kind of cute because
That's what-
then they don't want to be.
That's
eaten.
what human babies do. They're so
That's
cute,
right, they're cute.
that fathers decide, maybe I'll just have sex
I don't know.
with one
Human
person.
babies are the ugliest of the mammals, I think. They're all kind of
But
ugly.
when they're
A
first
kitten-
out, they're
a
like
kitten's
they've been
really
in like.
gross.
Yeah.
When it first comes
Right,
out.
he
It gets fluffy.
stepped on my punch. Step all over me, just like bulldoze right into the punchline.
All right, let's rewind. Let's go back. I'm sorry.
No, they can't. No, these are moments. They can't.
When the
can't-
baby comes
you
out, the
can't-
father
you
looks
can't-
at it
you
and
can't-
says,
it'll be on the podcast if you listen really close. It's a reason for people to download the podcast.
John, unmute your thing and replay it.
Okay, you got it.
Solo moto.
Andrew Seco is watching Big Trouble on I-20 in DeKalb.
Big trouble indeed. Bad spot here. Extra icy interstate 20 eastbound as you get past Gresham Road. Exit 63. Several cars stalled out, fish-tailed, and sitting pretty in the lanes here. Delays all the way back towards downtown. Avoid the area at all costs. Maybe time to hop onto Glenwood Road or Memorial Drive. As an alternate through here, looking at Surface Street trouble as well. Got a couple MARTA buses stuck in DeKalb County. Shalford Road at Dresden Drive. We're hard to get those completely out here. And icy conditions making it impassable. Looking at Rian Road, Panola Road. Things looking extra tough here. Maybe time to hop on a Rockbridge Road as a quick alternate. Let's take a gander at the busiest sectors of the day, looking at Henry, Fayette, and Coweta County. The Cool Area Traffic Center here is Chinway.
Well, right now in Fulton County, we got a stalled vehicle, multiple stalled vehicles, I-85 northbound near I-285. This is a very trouble spot trying to come around that curve. If you're coming through Coweta or Henry County, I-75 northbound, exit 193 near Box Ankle. We've had a red alert down there for a while, a few hours today with a
Looking through these days for rate cuts, election season, and now a new administration, now seems like a great time to make sure we have that comprehensive plan in place. You know, the one that covers all our financial bases.
There are occasions throughout the year where I feel like it's critical for people to engage their financial lives and get the information that they deserve from a financial advisory team. And this is one of those times, to be quite frank. So we ask that you call us if you have a minimum of $500,000 in your full portfolio. But we're going to do away with that minimum so that those folks can have an equal opportunity to understand what's in their portfolio as well. Now, you have to have some money, right? I can help you to build your wealth at work, right? But I sure can help, I believe, with your 401k, IRA management. There's probably 2 or 3 things that'll surprise you that you may want to take action on. So the next 10 people that call in, we'll work up your portfolio x-ray. Or if you feel like you need a full retirement plan, go to unleashyourmoney.com, click on Portfolio X-ray, or click on Full Retirement Plan. We think you'll be impressed enough, and we want you to become a client. There's no question about it. We believe that we are a very competent fiduciary advisory team, and we want to offer that to our listeners. Let Hoffman Financial Group actually show you how we perform, and I believe we perform at the pinnacle of this industry.
Call the Hoffman Financial Group at 447-387-3858, 404-737-3858, or online at unleashyourmoney.com. Investment advisory services offered through Brookstone Wealth Advisors, a registered investment advisor. Insurance and annuities offered through Hoffman Financial Group Incorporated, Georgia Insurance License number 163546.
Have your previous remodeling experiences been stressful? Hi, this is Candace from Exovations, and have I got a tip for you. Use Exovations and get a completely different experience. We're a state licensed contractor, show up on time, provide you a project schedule, a fixed price, and your project delivered on time, on budget, and without all that stress that you usually hear about in construction. Schedule your free quote today at exovations.com.
For Valentine's Day, Tara Fine Jewelry Company's immaculate, beautiful showroom speaks for itself. You'll find a gift as wonderful as the love that brought you there. Every showcase home to magnificent designs. Tara Fine Jewelry Company, Buford, just 3 miles from the Mall of Georgia.
Need inspiration? Shop Kroger for thousands of appetizing ingredients that inspire countless mouth-watering meals with savings beyond low prices. Like 2 coupons worth over $600 each week and up to $1 off per gallon at the pump. So you can get big flavors and big savings. Kroger, fresh for everyone. Fuel restrictions apply.
Mix and match 10 or more participating items for $1 each with your card. Choose from Kroger brand pasta, Stark tuna pouches, Powerade, and more. Kroger, fresh for everyone.
Belinda Skelton here with Dr. Ashraf with the Atlanta Vision Institute, and I'm a proud recipient of the laser optics procedure because it literally changed my life. I went from wearing glasses and contacts and not being able to see leaves on trees clearly, being tired when I read books at night, tired when I worked on the computer for long hours at a time. And I know that you hear a lot of this, Dr. Ashraf.
Yes, Linda, I hear all these accolades all the time from patients. It is truly a life-changing procedure. This will not give you x-ray vision. However, if you want to get rid of the hassle of glasses and contacts and want to improve the quality of your life, this is a great procedure for you.
Go to 2020atlanta.com to find out more information. Take the quiz. See if this procedure is a good option for you. That website again is 2020atlanta.com. Your medical insurance may cover it.
As Georgia's homegrown leader in business insurance, Builders partners with thousands of local businesses to safeguard workers and help them return to their lives after injuries. Explore reliable workers' compensation solutions at BLDRS.com. Builder, insurance built strong.
The pomp and circumstance are over.
Donald Trump becomes president.
Congratulations.
And promises big changes.
America first. Now the work begins.
Changing the name of the Gulf of Mexico to the Gulf of America.
As each story breaks, we'll have it covered for you.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's breaking news station.
That's what we're leading with, the Gulf of America thing.
The Gulf of America.
Obviously, the most important issue facing the nation. Already done. You might as well just go ahead and retire.
New Mexico will now be called New America.
The Gulf of America. What a beautiful name.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. Greg Ross, it occurs to me that you have not given us one single story from Studio B1.
I have not, since we have little time.
I mean, are you here just to step on my punchline, or
wait, you'll get another one? You didn't have a chance, Eric.
I tried to rewind the taping.
You can't. You can't. It can't be done. A beautiful cosmic moment, just torn away forever. That's the beauty of it.
All right, that leads to the one story that probably don't have time for that I was going to skip.
Well, start it.
You're talking about cosmic moments. A whole model of cosmology. It's broken. It's busted. We're getting even more evidence that the expanding universe is not what we thought it was. So with the Hubble telescope, and then really with the James Webb telescope, it seemed like the universe was expanding at different rates depending on where you looked. And now, using a galaxy cluster that is close to us, it's only adding to the discrepancy.
Yes.
I knew it.
Astronomers have no clue what's going on.
We have no clue. I mean, you remember the resistance last year when James Webb telescope started throwing stuff at us that was not what they expected. And there was a lot of, well, let's not go overboard here. We have no idea. We're a wheel inside of a wheel inside of a wheel. We can see the things we see, and because that's all we can see, or detect would be a better word, then we assume that's everything. But everything that we see and can detect and try to figure out is a wheel inside of a wheel inside of a wheel. We have no idea. And there's a lot of evidence now that the universe is not expanding. And that what happens is these clusters of galaxies, there's large areas of the universe that just have next to nothing going on. And apparently, time moves at a different rate in these areas than in areas where you have clusters of galaxies. And so it may have somehow created the illusion to us that the universe was expanding. That's where it sits right now. Now, maybe tomorrow we'll overturn that. The point is, we don't know what the universe looks like.
Hey, can we get those bear facts again?
Yeah, listen.
If it's brown,
flush it down. I'll mix that up with if it's yellow, stay mellow. Andrew Seco says there's increasing trouble on the south side.
There is. That's where we're seeing the worst of the winter weather right now. Coweta, Fayette, and Henry County seeing the worst of things. 85 and 75 north and south looking extremely tough. All the surface streets seeing extra delays and closures as well. Stay off the roads if you can. If you absolutely have to be on the roads, use extreme caution to get to where you're going safely. Looking at a little bit of extra trouble here on I-20 as well. That busy corridor still looking busy. Couple extra stalls here. Fishtail onto the interstates as well. Delays all the way back to the connector. Maybe time to use those alternates, Glenwood Road or Memorial Drive. With a quick look of I-20, circling the city, rather. Here's Chinway.
285 eastbound, the inner loop is bumper to bumper from Ashford and Woody to I-85, and 285 south and northbound is red on the east wall, and on the south side, 285 westbound and eastbound, not as delayed, but still slow. Traffic brought to you by Reliable.
Day after day, but some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine, joint preservation. Yes, can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends. 770-285-8026. 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
Do you owe $10,000 or more in credit card debt or personal loans? Credit card debt at all-time highs. Debt Relief Advocates is urgently notifying consumers of debt relief now being made available, designed to aid consumers with out-of-control credit card debt. Those qualify and enroll for this relief program will only have to pay back a fraction of what they owe. This is not bankruptcy or a debt consolidation loan. This is a relief program that credit card companies would rather you not know about, as it ends your debt nightmare and saves you lots of money. Consumers owe at least $10,000 in credit card debt personal loans can now take advantage of this debt relief as the cost of living skyrockets. Debt Relief Advocates established a relief hotline for you to call to learn what debt reduction you may qualify for, so don't wait. For this free information, call the Relief Hotline at 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219. 800-303-1219.
I'm not surprised that Ragsdale Heating, Air, Plumbing, and Electrical continues to grow and are looking for good, caring people to join their team. If you've got experience as a plumber, electrician, or you're an HVAC technician, give Ragsdale a call and become part of a great team. It's not Slater, and I used companies large and small until I went with Ragsdale years ago and saw firsthand how competent and caring a heating and air company could be. Many of their employees have been with them 10, 20, even 30 years. For a great opportunity to grow with a great company, go to ragsdaleair.com/careers and apply today.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, call us now. $30 billion was set aside for meso victims, and in most cases, your claim is settled out of court without jury trial. Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Live from the Superior Plumbing Studios.
News,
weather,
traffic. 95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 5:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio, news sponsored by QC Kinetics. Our top local story, it's happening now, tracking the snow in metro Atlanta. We are now under a winter storm warning, and meteorologist Christina Edwards has the latest live storm center.
And that winter storm warning is due to the snow falling at such a rapid clip during the rush hour. We did see quite a few impacts impacts to the roadways here. Now, we have anywhere from half an inch to nearly 1 inch of accumulation. That's mainly along and south of I-20, as well as along the I-85 corridor from Midtown up into Gainesville. I'll be compiling those snowfall totals as we go into the evening hours. Speaking of which, the snow is slowly moving off towards the east, so we should be done with a snow shower by 7 p.m. the evening, Bill.
And right now, getting an updated list on the school closings for tomorrow. And just in Atlanta Public Schools will be closed on Wednesday. Also closing Coweta County, Henry County, and Newton County. Remote learning in Rockdale County, Fulton County, Clinton County, DeKalb County, and the city of Decatur. Bartow County will lay opening by 2 hours tomorrow. For a complete list, go to WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app. Flight delays and cancellations are adding up at the world's busiest airport. WSB's Jonathan O'Brien reports live on the impact this storm is having at Hartsfield Jackson.
Yeah, Bill, FlightAware now reporting 536 delays, 247 cancellation at Atlanta's big airport on this snow day. Airport spokesman Andy Gobiel tells me the situation remains fluid.
We're continuing to monitor the weather right now. We have been monitoring this forecast for the past 4 to 5 days. We actually started having all hands on deck weather meetings last Thursday. They continued through the weekend, and we've been making preparations just for this weather for the past 72 hours.
He says they have 36 pieces of equipment, including trucks, de-icing tankers, and plows working to keep the runways and airplanes safe. The FAA has issued a ground delay because of the weather around the airport. Reporting live, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
And MARTA is suspending bus service and streetcar service due to the hazardous road conditions. Bus service will not resume until road conditions allow. Rail service is operating on a weekday schedule. Governor Kemp says this storm is impacting areas of the state that don't normally get snow, including South and Central Georgia. We have an update on last week's shooting at a Cobb County middle school. Police say the 12-year-old girl who shot herself at Lindley Middle School has died. The shooting last Wednesday led to a code red alert at the school. Police say the girl was found in a bathroom with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Gwinnett police are sending a reminder to drivers it's the law to move over a lane if you pass emergency or police vehicles with blinking lights.
During the two-day track detail Operation Guthrie Shield, Gwinnett County Police issued over 70 citations and had at least one DUI. Officers focused on Interstate 85, Highway 316, because that's where Officer Ashley Guthrie was struck by 2 drunk drivers on separate occasions.
We just want people to know that these officers that are out there, they're just trying to do their jobs, and if they can, slow down, move over a lane.
And Sergeant Colin Flynn says police just want motorists to follow Georgia's move-over law. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
Jury selection gets started in Brunswick for the former prosecutor indicted for blocking the investigation after Ahmaud Arbery was chased and shot to death.
The anticipation of snow and ice put a freeze on the violation of oath trial against former Glenn County District Attorney Jackie Johnson, with the judge ordering everyone back to court Thursday. But for the hours they were in court, around 40 people were dismissed from the jury pool because of strong opinions about the case. Still, I'm told that with questionnaires and the work done so far, it's possible they could seat a jury as soon as Friday. Johnson says she's innocent of blocking the arrests of Ahmaud Arbery's killers, one of whom used to work for her and called her from the scene. Veronica Waters, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 5:34, and it's time for Team Traffic and Weather, and Triple Team Traffic begins with Andrew Seco.
Things looking really tough, only going to get tougher in this winter weather, especially in the south side. Clayton, Henry, Coweta County seeing the worst. 85 north and south, 75, 675 north and south. And extra delay surface streets are not any better. Avoid going on the roads if you can. If you have to, use extreme caution to get to and from your destination safely. Still looking at that big spot on I-20 into Panthersville, bad spot here. Several cars fishtailing, stalling out of the roadways. We get Gresham Road delays all the way back into downtown. The alternate is starting to fill in as well. Inwood Road and Memorial Avenue. Time to pack your patience plan for some extra time. And conditions on 78 east and west not looking any better. Just gonna come, might have some ice conditions. Heading west out of Snellville, only a left lane open as you're approaching the Rock. Things especially tough. Only going to get tougher, as I said, until things start to thin out. Checking your ride into downtown with the help of Chinway Career Carrier Traffic Center.
That's right. Like you said, Andrew, things looking a little bit better downtown. I-85 southbound, your delays beginning at 475 south. Your delays beginning at 85. Look at a crash sitting right here at the intersection of 85 and 75, but it shouldn't cause you too much of a delay. And then you're kind of slow all the way down I-20. Then you're slow again down to 166 Langford Parkway. And if you're coming the opposite direction, about 40 miles per hour, maybe even 20 as conditions should get you where you need to go from 166 all the way back up to 17th Street, exit 251. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And 95.5 WSB meteorologist Christina Upwards. All those traffic reports you just heard were due to the snow that came in very quickly. Quite frankly, I'm going to call it a flash snow. Very much like a flash flood where you get a lot of rain in a short amount of time. That's pretty much what happened with the snow showers that occurred along and south of I-85. The snow showers are moving east, but be aware that travel concerns are still a problem, travel hazard for the rest of this evening. That's why that winter storm warning has been expanded a little bit further north, even as the snow tapers off after 7 p.m. Anything that's fallen to the ground will stay frozen. Lows tonight in the mid-teens. Tomorrow, sunshine, but still cold, high 36. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Upwards.
It's 24 in Woodstock, 22 in East Point, 23 in Lawrenceville. More news at 6 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Kayaccio, 95.5 WSB.
It's home show time. The North Atlanta Home Show is January 24th through the 26th at the Gas South Convention Center. Yep, 3 days full of great deals, new ideas, practical advice for your home. Tickets are available now at NorthAtlantaHomeshow.com. Use promo code BAKER and save 50%.
1877 Cars for Kids. KARS Cars for Kids. 1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Donate today at carsforkids.org. Your car running on can be picked up as soon as the next day. No title, no problem. Go to carsforkids.org today.
1877 Cars for Kids. Donate your car today.
Now accepting donations of land, homes, buildings, or any kind of real estate.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Our farmers feed us all. For generations, they've done what's best for the land. So why is the litigation industry threatening Georgia farmers' go-to crop protection tool? Without glyphosate-based herbicides, crop yields will drop, costs will soar, and we'll all see even higher grocery bills. Farmers need to be supported, not controlled. To keep glyphosate available in our state, go to TakeControlGeorgia.com. Paid for by Modern Ag Alliance and support Georgia farmers.
This holiday season, it's all about gratitude. This is Scott Slade, and to share in that spirit, I'd like to share a few heartfelt thank yous my friends at Myland have received recently.
After working with Myland, I had deep appreciation for Myland's services. They took the time to listen to our unique situation, fan goals to provide the best solution. I had no idea of the options that were available to us. Thank you again for the wonderful service and experience with a personal touch. I will be referring my friends and family to Myland.
Folks, I could read testimonials and stories like this for days. If you haven't taken the time to call Myland to see what options are available for you to save money with your refinance, you need to set aside a few minutes to do just that. Call Myland, 770-817-2000. That's 770-817-2000. Online, it's myland.com, spelled M-I-L-E-N-D. NMLS Georgia Mortgage License C148769, located at 8995 West Side Parkway, Alpharetta, Georgia 30009. Myland is an equal housing lender.
Try that one.
And Sally.
And Sally?
Yeah, the one about
Oh, yeah, no, he's not ready for that one.
Okay, it's advanced.
Stick with the canary in a coal mine for the children. For the sake of the children, and for the sake of the children, we, of course, have our big brother, Greg Ross, with us to look over the show and make sure that everybody's safe. Hey, you know what? To follow us on the, is that your new thing? What's up, chumps? You should start every segment with that. What's up, chumps? Sup, chumps?
And then everybody will be like, he said it!
Ah, he said it! We'll have an audience applaud.
Like when Al Bundy flushes the toilet.
Yeah, he did it! Shut up, pig. So, what we were talking about with, we're finally starting to realize that the stuff from the James Webb Telescope and some evidence that we had before is telling us that we don't really know what the universe actually looks like or whether it's expanding or not. Right now, it looks like it's not, but who knows what they'll find out tomorrow. But the truth, Greg, is that, you know, these human beings, our scientists, they're still human beings. And sometimes they will cling to favorite theories for a long time because we've kind of known about this. It's called the Hubble tension. Like we've known the Hubble constant comes from the guy Hubble, and that's something that we expected in the Hubble telescope. I think started
It's from the Lady Hubble.
The Lady Hubble. But the point being, there were two different ways to measure the acceleration of the universe. It was called the Hubble tension. It's the fact that you came up with two different answers. And this has been known for a number of years, but what human beings do when they're scientists. They go, no, no, my numbers work. So this all has to come together in my numbers, my algorithm. So they come up with reasons why or why this might be happening. But in reality, probably very well tension just shows us you guys didn't know what you were talking about. If you can't measure the acceleration and it's coming back with two different numbers, what you could do is think, hey, maybe we got the whole thing wrong. But instead, for years and years, how do we marry these two numbers? Because we know we have the numbers that are right.
Well, they did that with string theory, didn't they? At first, kind of make sense, marrying quantum physics and the physical universe, and then it became, well, now it's M theory, now it's 653 different dimensions because they had their numbers. I'm like, well, in order for this to continue to work, I got to keep changing these things.
Yeah, now it's 10 dimensions plus M, which is a large membrane that everything is hanging on, right?
Yeah.
So, did we just lose you?
No, I had to mute my mic because my radiator started hissing again.
We like hearing.
Control.
That's the university to you.
Autumn never feels a need to mute her dog. I don't see any reason
I
why.
tried to mute him.
Well, please.
I have a collar on him that
He's one of those zappers.
Yeah.
I do, but I can't electrocute him, but I do buzz him.
Nobody's asking you to electrocute your dog. No one's asking
Well, it sounds like that's what you want, and now look what happened. Now he's fighting. So
Give it a lot of treats.
Me?
Give it so many treats.
It's fat and can't move.
Yeah, you the aquarium thing. I remember when before they opened the aquarium, I got a tour of the aquarium, and I was at the very top from the back side basically looking down at this huge tank. And I was like, some of these things would eat the others. How come that doesn't happen? And they said, well, we just feed them. We just keep them completely fed at all times. Satiated.
That's
at
why
all
they
times.
just sort of lilt in the
Yeah,
water.
they kind of. The same thing with
I'm gonna go in
worship.
circles for the rest of my life, I guess.
That's fine. I mean,
You know, it's
why should I get upset? I'm fed,
bad way to
right?
live, right?
Yeah.
You got a full belly.
Yeah, but where's the adventure, Jared?
You swim around in
Where's the
circles.
adventure?
Hey,
Swimming
maybe go to
around
the
in
left this
circles?
time. Maybe go to the right this time. You know?
They don't know
Against
any
the grain.
better. They don't know any better. They're stupid fish.
What about the whales, though? What about the belugas that they had?
Oh, they're very smart.
They're like just hippies. They're just like hippies in
Man,
a
I hope
forest.
I don't die in here.
Hey,
The rescue Casper, from what I remember, one of those belugas was found under a roller coaster.
Yeah.
Which is a terrible place to be.
Because it was messing up its like blubbery like forehead thing that is used for sonar.
Yeah, well,
And it,
okay.
like, totally screwed up.
Yeah,
the
can I
brain.
just also point
they
out?
tried to save
Hold
it.
on. Can I also point out though that may be true with the blubbery and the thing and hurting the whale, but an awful lot of children had great afternoons on that roller coaster. And I don't know about you, but I'm a humanist.
Yeah, me too.
Humanophore
Yeah.
whale, even cute whale.
It depends on the roller coaster because those wooden roller coasters, while there's nostalgia attached, they are not fun to ride.
Sure they are. They shake
They're
around
bumpy,
and
they
your
get-
neck gets all
They
messed
go
up.
click, 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 click,
Oh, I
click.
like that going up.
That feeling of being like pushed into your seat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I like the Great
I actually
American
hate
Screaming
roller-
Sheep.
I hate.
at, Six
I've
Flags.
never ridden those things. Ridiculous. Why would I do that?
Because it's fun.
Life is.
Hey, this conversation has been a roller coaster because I really believed you just now.
No, but what I just said, what?
When you had that, you were like, "Oh, I like that part," and "Oh yeah, when this happens," and then you're like, "Actually, I've never ridden a
No,
roller
I
coaster. hate that."
choose. No, I choose when I've ridden usually wooden roller coasters. But as they get more and more modern and just weird, I just didn't see any reason for it. Life is dangerous enough. I don't need it.
Those are safer and those are fun to ride. They're smooth.
Yeah, but that's,
Those
you
wooden ones
feel
are
like
really
you're
stink.
dangling in the middle of nowhere. I don't want to feel like I'm dangling in the middle of the air.
strapped
Some
in.
of us do.
The Cyclone, that was the one they had
Well,
at George.
get some
at
excitement in your life.
Six Flags had the Cyclone. I know they have the Scream Machine, but they had the Cyclone too, where Driving and Crying did a music video.
Yes,
once,
built fire, I believe.
but they knocked that one down.
After the music video, it's part of the video.
Going
Yeah.
to Six Flags is more exciting than actually going at rides nowadays.
Are you saying
I
that
still like
navigating
Superman.
the crowd is?
Sure, a lot of people there.
Superman's still
Hey,
a
let's
fun
just
ride
drop
to get
the
on.
kids off here for 6 hours.
No security.
Surely they'll behave
That's
themselves.
what, when I was a kid, that's what my parents and my friends' parents do. They would drop us off at Six Flags. That was our
That's
day.
messed up.
They should call it Lazy Parents Amusement Park.
Yeah.
No, the
We
kids
were
didn't
good.
want the
We were
parents
good.
there either. That was
Yeah.
really fun to be dropped off. Like, wow, we're on our own. I'm on a date.
I got a $20 bill.
It's like we're in an outdoor mall. We'll be here all
Maybe.
day.
Yeah, maybe we'll hold hands on the roller coaster. Get some footage.
Oh, inside of Monster Plantation, a little squeak.
No, mansion. Monster
Oh,
Mansion.
now
That's
it's
right.
abandoned.
It is.
Well, you know, she's an old Southerner. You can't change.
Must.
Can't change her
Go
spots.
into the swamp.
The only one I agree with you is the acrophobia one. I would never do that one because that's just a direct.
Because you're afraid
drop.
of spiders.
Arachnophobia.
Yes, yeah, I would get on that one.
Give me a
Drop into a
total.
pit.
Christina Edwards is doing a live, thing with her.
I'm doing it
phone.
live. Could you please not look at me? I'm
Well,
Christina Edwards.
The whole concept of live is people are around you.
I'd like to steal her for up here because these weather people, they don't get it right. You need to get it right.
Well, maybe the next negotiating time, maybe we can trade. Maybe we'll trade her for 3 lesser weather people from New York.
Just pay her to be my personal weather person.
She has
Gives you updates.
no trade clause.
She does.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, why don't you just
We're not
call
going to
her?
get Al Roker.
Hey, you got Al Roker. Come on, up there in New York. Why don't you
That
just
guy
go
can't get
stand?
it right.
Just go stand outside the
Albert
window
Roker?
at the Today Show, and jump up and down, or bring a placard that says "I love Al." I'll bet you'll be able to get a personal weather report.
He's at the point in his career they don't even send him outside into the cold air.
Yeah, I don't even know what he's there for. He's just like who was the guy
He's
before?
a
Willard
fixture.
Scott.
Willard Scott.
Like that was like a Willard Scott. They brought in some younger guy to actually do the weather at one point, and Willard would tell you they still do the people who are 100 years old. Is that
Brought to you by Smuckers.
yeah? Is that still around? Is that
I
still doing that?
can't say I've watched
I don't
that.
watch the
I
show
felt
now.
bad for
Who
Willard
does?
Scott because he never got there.
Yeah.
He was the guy who told you he was 100 years old, and then he didn't make it to 100.
He didn't live to 100.
Well, if I was him, that would have been my goal. Would have been to live long enough to be featured on
Fear yourself.
my segment. I'm 100 years old. Thanks, Smuckers.
When you're the first Ronald
Jesus.
McDonald, living to 100 doesn't matter.
That's true. He was also a bozo.
That's right. He was a lot of clowns.
A lot of
Oh, he
clowns.
wasn't.
Yes, he was.
He was?
He
Like, how many
was.
bozos? How many bozos
I
did
think
I
he was
There were
the
like
first.
6.
I think he was the first bozo, and then he may have been the first Ronald McDonald as well.
The first bozo.
Yeah.
So there was actual. I'm just trying to understand. There was an actual segment on the Today Show that would feature the 100-year-old of the day.
The centenarians. Yeah, there was like 4 or 5. You wouldn't believe how many people, most of them women,
Martha?
would become 100 years old.
I had no idea this existed.
And we would celebrate that.
Willard Scott
Bob.
created Ronald McDonald.
Willard Scott created Ronald McDonald. And
There were
yet,
also,
and yet
there
the
were-
creator couldn't give him 100 years.
Wow.
I like the idea of Smuckers being the sponsor of that preserves.
Yeah.
Smuckers preserves.
We have grandma in a jar.
Grandma in a Jar.
Seedless.
That was my 3rd album.
Also-
And, yes, I got traffic.
over 200 bozos apparently.
Oh,
More than 200 actors played bozos.
was he the
Wow.
first, though? Was Willard Scott the first?
I'll confirm.
He was
it.
a local bozo
Oh.
who took his
Like
costume.
me.
Right.
Andrew Seco says there's increasing trouble on the south side.
That is specifically Coweta, Henry counties looking at some extra trouble here. The winter weather pounding's the most, and we are seeing those effects. 85 north and south, 75 north and south looking extra jammed up. The streets not looking any better. Avoid the areas at all costs. Do not get on the roads, and if you have to, drive with caution to and from your destination safely. Looking at a little bit of extra trouble on I-20 as well. We are still seeing that bad spot here with the extra ice. Moving a little bit better, but we are still looking a little tricky here. Remember to drive with extreme caution through here as well. And it looks like surface streets are being a little extra tough as well. A couple big spots. North Druid Hills Road at Willoughby Drive, completely impassable with a crash. Indian Trail Road at Cedar Reynolds Boulevard. Icy conditions making it tough here as well. Find alternates if you're heading this way and keep a foot close to the brake pedal. How's 285 looking right now, Shinwei?
Actually, it's quite fascinating. The whole northwest sector of the perimeter is green if you counterclockwise, but let's start in the northeast area. 285 eastbound from Doraville all the way down to Clarkston is bumper to bumper right now, and if you continue that way on around the perimeter through Clarkston, Scottsdale, and then through the south side, you are yellow. 285 westbound from Flat Shoals all the way to Riverdale is also yellow right now, and then once you hit I-20 on the west side, you're breaking free if you're trying to get up to Vinings or Sandy Springs. All that perimeter is pretty much good to go. There's reported.
You see dripping water, wet spots, or water streaks in the attic, on your ceiling, drywall, or chimney area? Call my trusted experts at Finley Roofing for a free roof analysis. No obligation, no charge. FinleyRoofing.com. Roof.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have a medical history. Think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
Start your year off stress-free and sell your home with a guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate. Hi, Chris Chandler. Don't worry about the hassle of constant cleaning, making costly repairs. With the guaranteed offer from Mark Spain Real Estate, you can receive an all-cash offer and move when you're ready. There are no showings, no open houses, and no stress. With over 12,500 five-star reviews, you can trust Mark Spain Real Estate to sell your home stress-free and for the most money. Go to markspain.com to get a guaranteed offer on your home today and start packing.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing a better way to treat your aching bones and joints. And that starts with predicting problems before they even become problems, up to a year in advance, with up to 93% accuracy. When you save time avoiding surgeries you don't need, you can spend time doing the things you love. When it comes to healthcare, a better system means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at cigna.com/better.
It's Eric. Are you thinking of adding value to your house, or just you want more convenience and more comfort in your kitchen? Frugal Kitchens can get you one of those $1 million home kitchens at a fraction of the cost. They want to talk to you about how you can go through their process, get your new dream kitchen up and going, and you can cook in 5 days from the start of construction and get 18 months no interest financing available. It's what Christy and I have done. Life happens in your kitchen, and Frugal Kitchens can put you in a great one. FrugalKitchens.com.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free, and they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at checkethos.com. That's checkethos.com.
People are mad. You don't understand the Hubble tension. How dare you come on? Start talking to us about the acceleration.
Who's yelling
of
at you?
Oh, I can feel it.
Why don't you shut up down there with your science talk? I know all about the tension between Hubble and Webb.
How about the Greg tension? Because Greg, it looks like we're going to have to let you go because Wes Moss is going to be on the clean feed. Oh, really? We can have two people on clean feed, can't we?
Yeah, you can.
No, it's okay.
Oh, so where is it that you want to go? You're not fighting very hard for your airtime.
I deserve the punishment. I stepped on your punchline.
It was a good punchline too.
That's the dark
We'll
matter
never
of the
know.
universe. It's made up of stepped on punchlines.
Certainly
It
is.
just flies up into space and contributes to the expansion of the universe.
That's another thing. That apparently, there may not be the dark energy as well. We don't know. We have no idea.
You mean dark matter?
Well,
there's both.
Is there a difference?
There's both. Well, dark energy is like 60% of the whole
Listen to her
everything.
thinking she knows what she's talking
Do you dark matter?
Is there
Anyway, I'll take my answer
difference?
off air.
No, there's no difference. It's all the same thing, right? You know,
What the matter is,
All right.
there's calculations. There's calculations that say there should be a certain amount of matter here. We can't see most of it. That's the dark matter, and the energy is what they think.
But the energy
pushes
is
the
like
acceleration.
60 some odd % of the entire universe. Can't see it. They can't explain it.
which is fine.
I know.
Doesn't mean it's not there. I'm just saying that this thing I was talking about, where they found out there's just a large areas of the universe that have almost nothing in it, and where time moves at a different rate there. So if you're on the edges with some of these other galaxies, apparently can make you believe that you're seeing an acceleration when it's not actually there. But we don't know. Quite the point that I'm making is we know very little about what the hell the universe
Believe
is.
in the traditional way. That's the right way.
Okay, I'll stick with that then.
None of this newfound thinking.
The sun is moving around the earth.
That's right.
Is that how I should think
That's
of it?
right.
The old traditional way. All right, Greg Russ.
Ross sits on my shoulder.
I'm getting rid of you, Greg Russ.
Okay.
For stepping on my wonderful punchline.
I'll think about it tonight.
We'll
Never
talk,
do it again.
Yeah, you may have to scold yourself.
Take a hot
just little
shower,
bit. Take a
that's
hot
right.
shower, right? All right, thank you, Greg. Appreciate you. Talk to you on Friday. Let's give away some tickets to see Todd Rundgren on Sunday, April 20th at Buckhead Theater. Be caller number 10 to 404-872-0750. Tickets are on sale right now at livenation.com. Andrew Seco is still keeping an eye on the south side.
That we are. That's where we're seeing the worst of the winter weather. South side, Henry County, Coweta County looking extra tough. 85 north and south, seeing the heaviest delays from Fairburn all the way up to 285. Got some icy patches looking like Highway 138 here. Buffington Road making travel extra tough. 75 north and south, you are seeing effects through Forest Parkway. And long-standing crack heading through side and box angle look extra tough as you're approaching your ride into MacDonough. Avoid the roadways at all costs if you have to drive. Drive with extreme caution to get to and from your destination safely. Up here in the metro, seeing some Service Street problems as well. Druid Hills Road at Willoughby Drive completely shut down, completely impassable, as we've seen for the last hour. And Indian Trail Road at Seaver Reynolds Boulevard, extra eye patches here. North and southbound cars just being abandoned here. Remember to drive with extra caution. Seek those alternates, and please pack your patience and get to and from your destination safely as slowly as possible. Taking another look at I-20 in the Cool Carrier Truck Center. Here's Chinway.
Well, the West Expressway looks pretty good, but once you cross over I-75, 85, I-20 east and westbound heading towards the cab, you are jam-packed bumper to bumper if you're heading east or west on the connector. Now, I'm on the expressway. Now, what is looking is I-20 eastbound right at Candler Road, exit 65. We are slowing and going right there, but it's better than the stalls that we've been seeing in the area, so a lot of improvements. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air.
I'm not going to use a company just because my parents did or because I heard their name a lot. Heating, cooling, and plumbing options and pricing can be really complicated. So I did my research and I chose local, family-owned Guardian Home experts. Over 5,000 five-star reviews, affordable options, high-quality work, and impeccable customer service. Get a new system with Guardian and Daikin to get up to a $1,450 instant rebate and 0% interest for up to 60 months. That's as low as $99 a month to own, not lease. Plus, Guardian offers meet or beat price match guarantee up to $500. Details online. And here's my favorite part.
WSB Atlanta, WSB BFM, and HD1 Doraville. 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk. News, weather,
traffic.
95.5 WSB, Atlanta's news and talk.
At 6 o'clock, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate. In our top local story, it is the weather. The roads are slick after a burst of snow in Metro Atlanta. We are now under a winter storm warning. Meteorologist Christina Edwards is here live now from the Storm Center.
I do want to underscore that the winter storm warning extends up into Cobb County, Fulton County. These are areas where it either did not snow or it's completely stopped snowing. But the reason why you're under that winter storm warning is because we do have areas here in that metro region that got relatively hit hard by a burst of snow earlier this afternoon. So the travel conditions are rather hazardous. Please avoid traveling. Just stay home for the rest of this evening.
And right now, we've got a list of school closings. Atlanta Public Schools closed tomorrow Barrow County, Coweta County, Henry County, Newton County, and Griffin Spalding County schools all closed. Remote learning will happen tomorrow in Rockdale, Clayton, DeKalb, City, Decatur, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County. Bartow County is on a 2-hour delay. For a complete list of closings, go to WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app. On the roads and at the airport, travel is severely impacted by this winter weather. WSB's Jonathan O'Brien reports live now with the latest on delays and cancellations at Hartsfield-Jackson.
Bill, an FAA ground delay has been issued for Hartsfield-Jackson with an average delay of 81 minutes. FlightAware is reporting 560 delays at the world's busiest airport and 250 cancellations. Airport spokesman Andy Gobeil says they're doing what they can to keep things safe and moving.
We have 36 pieces of equipment for the airfield alone. That includes trucks and de-icing tankers and other brushes and plows. They were pre-staged on the airfield. We're using them right now. We started treating the airfield a good 12 to 14 hours ago in advance of this.
And he says passengers should check in with their airlines directly to keep tabs on the status of their flights. And Bill, just in from Governor Kemp, he says that state offices, including the state capitol in Atlanta, will be closed tomorrow. I know that's on the subject of closures, not the airport, but a lot of things moving right now. Reporting live, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
Georgia DOT road crews are covering a lot of ground with this latest winter storm.
The Georgia Department of Transportation started efforts to basically pre-treat the entire state, starting with our interstates and our critical routes. And we indeed have done that from Florida to Tennessee and from Alabama to South Carolina.
DOT Commissioner Russ McMurray says over 440 snow plows are positioned to clear roads after the snow. He's urging people to stay off the roads if possible. And MARTA is suspending bus service and streetcar service this evening due to the hazardous road conditions. Bus service will resume when conditions allow. Rail service is operating on a weekday schedule. Insurance companies are bracing for an avalanche of claims by homeowners thanks to this sub-freezing air. WSB Steve Summers is live. What you need to know about frozen pipe bursts and insurance.
Yeah, Bill, some homeowners believe a frozen pipe burst at their house just is not likely, but water expands 9% when it freezes, making your pipes vulnerable.
It's going to put increased pressure on that pipe, and it has the potential to make it burst.
Bryce Rawson there with the Georgia Insurance Commission says what's worse, if you do nothing to keep that break from happening, your insurer can deny your claim.
Things like, turn the faucets running, opening the cabinet doors, keeping your heat on.
And if you think you're going to get away with it, Rawson says your insurer will investigate before handing over any repair money. Reporting live, Steve Summers, 95.5 WSB.
It is now 6:04, and the Von Hessler Doctrine continues in less than 2 minutes. Right now, live team coverage of traffic and weather. Triple team traffic begins with Andrew Seacom.
Taking a look at the interstates here in the Jam Cam, things are moving well, but that is not where our problems lie. Those surface streets, the untreated roads remain tough. Only going to get tougher as the temperatures drop. The biggest spots we're looking at right now with the Metro North Druid Hills Road at Willoughby Drive completely blocked off here. You may want to use Livingston Road to get around that. Indian Trail Road at Stevens Boulevard. Several cars being abandoned because of the ice here. You may want to seek alternates as you're rolling your Norcross. And taking a look at the south side, our heaviest impacted area here, Coweta County, Henry County, Fayette County. Looking extra tough at 85 north and south, leaving you jammed from Fairburn through Union City all the way up to 285. 75 north and south through Forest Park, Stockbridge down to McDonough. Looking extra tough as well. Surface street problems remain. Highway 138 getting by Oakley Industrial, Buffington Road, looking like we're shut down here as well. Avoid the roads if you can. Stay inside. Do not get out there. And if you do, drive with extreme caution. Go as slow as you can. Take to and from your destination safely. Checking your ride through Norcross into Duluth. Look at 78. Here's Chinway.
85 north and southbound. Once you leave 285, it's not looking too shabby until you hit 316. That's where you're really seeing the red. And once you hit US 78, you are running into a crashes at 285 and again at Mountain Industrial Boulevard. Triple team track 95.5 WSB.
Now Atlanta Radio's only 5-day forecast, sponsored by Shoemate, official heating of winter. And once again, live here is meteorologist Christina Edwards.
And to repeat, that winter storm warning does extend up into Cobb County, Fulton County, Gwinnett. Even though the snow has come to an end, it's because we got a burst of snow a short amount of time, and that created the travel impacts you just heard from the traffic center. So if you can avoid traveling for the rest of this evening, please do so. The snow will come to an end for Dayton County, Henry County, and Newton counties. That is closer to 7 p.m. We are done with the snow by 7 o'clock. However, whatever's on the ground is going to stay frozen with a low of 15 degrees for tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, still cold, high 36. Temperatures back down to the 20s on Thursday morning. Thursday afternoon, afternoon, partly cloudy with highs in the 40s. Friday and Saturday, sunshine with morning lows at 20s, highs in the mid to upper 40s. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Upwards.
Right now, 24 in Sandy Springs, 23 in Lilburn, and 21 in Peachtree City. More news at 6:30. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Hour 4 of Von Hessler Doctrine begins right now with a hearty congratulations to Renita Knight of Clarkston. Won 2 tickets to Todd Rundgren on Sunday, April 20th at Buckhead Theater. Tickets are on sale right now at LiveNation.com.
Miss Renita said she never wins anything, so she was very
Well,
happy.
you have now. You're a winner.
That's right.
Everybody who listens to the Von Hessler Doctrine is a winner. Tell that guy in that truck.
I got stuff to talk about.
Yeah, you're outvoted, pal.
He's
People
out-
like the show.
We should
So-
open up the phones.
No, yeah, we're not opening up the show.
When are we doing that?
No, we're not opening up the phones. We're gonna have a show that's our show. This is a different show. Without
Hello, are you there?
yes. Hi, hello.
Hi,
Yeah,
it's such a
yes.
pleasure.
Yeah.
Sorry, what?
Okay, yes, that's what it
Yeah,
happens.
what?
At least with me. When the,
So I was saying that I
yeah,
just
can we
it's a
turn her
pleasure.
down,
What?
please?
It's so loud here. It's snowed over here at East Point.
Yeah, okay.
I see one flake of snow. No,
Okay,
Hey, I'm
you have-
talking, lady.
That's how it goes. Sometimes people
I get
see it.
tickets to see Teddy Rundgren.
Teddy Ruxpin. Is she playing the Buckhead Theater?
Mr. Von Hessler, why aren't you talking about the inauguration more positively?
Well, I've been talking about it. Yeah, we're making
I
sure.
want you to talk about it more. What happened yesterday was historic.
Okay, great. It was historic, and we talked about it. But it's not going to be.
Another white
What am I supposed to do? Yeah, listen to
No.
her. Another white
Oh,
guy got
historic
friends.
day where some old white man got elected to something. Okay.
It's never happened before.
It never
It's
happened.
history. I want to say, before we actually go full into this next segment, the reason we have Wes Moss.
Wes Mess?
Wes Mess. The reason we have Wes Moss on is that Wes Moss is not a stylist. He knows what he's talking about.
Stylist.
That bell is way down.
Took calls, maybe the bell would work.
Whatever happened to my WSB? Let's do this.
What's the market doing with Money Matters, Wes Moss?
Bust your ass, Wes. Night and day to entertain people, and then you get that guy in his truck. That is the worst damn thing I ever heard in my... Well, what do you do for a living?
I knew you were going to use that word to intro me.
Stylist?
Yeah, because I was listening earlier.
Yes.
And that word came up, and I wonder if EVH is going to use that. And you did, so God bless you. I love the word of the day.
You know what that means? We are on the same page, Wes Moss. Yourself
We
and
are.
myself. You knew, or it means I've become completely predictable and boring. Maybe that old guy, that dude in the truck is right. It's time to turn this baby over to someone else. Wes Moss, how are you doing? Are you doing well? Are you having a good week?
I tried to get to the station, and
you couldn't make it.
Well, yeah, that's correct. It's amazing how quickly cars can't get up hills. It's almost hard. When you're in Michigan for a while and it snows and it's no big deal, it's kind of fascinating to within an hour of snow and cars are sliding backwards. And so I tried to get to the station, turned around so I wouldn't get stuck, and who knows? I'm here. And the warmth of my own home, and very happy to be here with you guys.
Well, that's fantastic, Wes Moss. The market is has anything about Trump becoming president? Are we way up? Are we way down? Are we the same? Where are we?
I would call today tariffs and TikTok.
Uh-huh.
The TT.
Wasn't that funny, guys?
It was hilarious. Please don't sell yourself short.
Today was about tariffs and TikTok, and they of course relate back to each other, because the worry the markets had going into this week were, Trump has talked about tariffs. How is he going to implement them? Is he going to do it on day one? Is he going to come extra strong? What's he going to do with TikTok, which over the weekend, my kids were in tune to this. And then, of course, the announcement came out that he said, well, I'm going to do an executive order, and I'm going to see if I can negotiate. And it's exactly what maybe we talked about a week ago, and I've been talking about it on Money Matters here on WSB, is that these tariffs are probably more of a negotiating tool. They are this blanket cost increase to the producer in another country that has to get passed on to be inflationary. And so we saw in the last days. We saw Trump say, look, as long as China says it's okay to have a U.S. owner for TikTok, maybe I won't increase the already existing tariffs. Maybe he talked about Mexico and Canada and say, well, it said, I'm going to do 25% tariffs, but if we can start talking about the border, then maybe I won't. So they're already being used as a bargaining chip. And instead of already being on the table as in implemented on day one, markets woke up today after the 3 weekend and really kind of liked what they heard in the inauguration. So Dow was up over 500 points today. S&P 500 was up almost 1%. So a good day in the market, and I'd say it was kind of a sigh of relief that we don't get blanket tariffs day one.
This is something we've been talking about for a little while now, because that's been my understanding of Trump and tariffs, because the editorializing is all coming, and understandably, from an economics point of view, and the feeling about what tariffs do in the long run to your own economy and all of that. And I've said all along, whether he's right or whether he's wrong, not addressing that, his concept of using the fear, putting the fear into other countries that we will have high tariffs, it's not so much about economics. Ultimately it is, but for him, it's a bargaining position to get other things done that aren't necessarily to do with the economy, and wars, for instance, or head something off. Okay, we won't put tariffs on. A lot of times tariffs in the past have always been put on as an equal measure, right? Another country puts tariffs on your goods, so you respond by putting tariffs on their goods. This is not the kind of tariff talk, really, that Trump engages in. He basically says, if you don't do these other things that we want you to do, then we're going to slap you with big tariffs. It's a little different.
Well, it is, but we never knew it was going to happen day one. I mean, we've been talking about, well, I think they're a bargaining chip, but we didn't know. Right? It could have been, hey, I'm going to start by adding another 10% and see if you want me to even ratchet it higher. So nobody knew the exact starting point until this week. And I think that's why you get a 1% market rally, or more than that, in the day that we find out. It's another great example of just uncertainty in political headlines. And even though we think we know the direction, it's still uncertain until we get the announcements like we saw this week.
So people are settling in, and they're kind of digging it. For this week, we'll find out next week if they did. Who knows what he might put out on Truth Social overnight. It might change things, but for now, good.
I think it's also kind of it's important to kind of take note where we are. So here he is, first week of the presidency. And where's the economy today? The economy is unemployment rate at 4.1. We just added about 250,000 jobs last month. CPI, still not great, and there's nothing we can really do about all of the past inflation pain that we've had in the last 3 years. It's not going away. So prices are where they are. They're all higher than where they were 3 years ago, dramatically. But the rate is down to 2.9. And the Fed seems to have kind of backed off a little bit. It doesn't look like we've been getting lower rates, but we may not get a whole lot of movement out of them. So I think it's important to note, here we are. It's inauguration week, and that's where the U.S. economy stands. It's actually in pretty good shape. And actually, I think it's a harder thing to take over. It's like taking over a radio show when it's already number one or two in the rating.
Like if you try to take over this show, is what you're saying. It's very difficult.
It was very difficult for the host, right? Yeah. But you take over and ratings are number 12. Well, hey, we got some room to improve here. So he's starting out and things are already pretty darn good.
Right. But there's also a lot of, I don't want to use the term, geopolitical issues that I think he is going to use the threat of tariffs to try to solve those issues, not necessarily always a sort of a tit for tat concerning tariffs the way they were used in the past. By the way, Wes Moss, I have to go to traffic right now, but do you understand at all anything about the meme coin, these meme coins that Trump and Melania put out yesterday. There's controversy around them. And I saw yesterday that he became another billionaire. And then I saw today they're down by half. So I don't really understand them. So we come back, maybe we'll have a conversation about that. Andrew Seco sees increasing delays on Highway 78 through to Cab and Gwinnett.
That would do, Eric, looking like a parking lot anywhere you're trying to get the eye mixed with some trouble. We've been following the last couple of hours, making it really tough. 78 east and westbound, you are jammed from Scott to Clarkston through Stone Mountain all the way up into Rockbridge before you get to Snellville. Be able to seek some alternates for some extra commute time when you're passing through. Take a look at the busiest sector. The south side, where the heavy snow has been following. Clayton, Henry County, Coweta County looking extra tough. 85 north and south, you're jammed from Fairburn, Union City, all the way up towards College Park. 75 south, you're on and off the brakes from Forest Park through Stockbridge, all the way down to McDonough. Looking at a little bit of extra trouble in the Forsyth area through Box Ankle. 75 north, we're completely jammed up. Maybe time to seek alternates through here as well. And the Surf Street's not looking any better. Serious icing on these roads. Bigger spots in the Metro Lane, North True Hills Road at Willoughby Drive. Crash making's impassable here. You may want to use Vista Road. Indian Trail Road looking extra icy. Folks are pushing cars off the roadways. Folks, I have to remind you, stay off the roads if you can. Do not do any unnecessary travel. If you have to be out, reduce your speeds, plan for extra commute time, and drive with caution to get to and from your destination safely. We'll look at I-20 and the Cool Wreck Area Traffic Center. Here's Chinway.
Brake lights starting to ease up on the East Expressway, Andrew. Your biggest delays are I-20 eastbound just past Glenwood Avenue, exit 61, and then you're tipping the brakes all the way past 285 to Stonecrest. Triple Team Traffic 95.5 WSB.
On air,
online,
on the app,
where you get your news
is where you'll win.
Download WSB Radio app now and maybe win $1,000.
Yeah, doing $1,000 from WSB.
The WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
5 words, 5 times a day, every weekday.
Thank you, Jesus.
Just enter the word at WSBRadio.com or on the WSB Radio.
First chance to win is tomorrow at 8.
WSB 5K a day bonus blitz.
On 95.5 WSB.
It's just not normal, friends. The pain caused from chronic joint pain day after day. But some of you have dealt with that pain for so long, it's become your new normal. Short-term fixes not working. Make the decision now to say, no, not going to live with that. It's Mark Aaron back with you. Get moving again in 2025 with help from my friends at QC Kinetics. QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative medicine. Joint preservation. Yes, you can revitalize your joints with advanced orthobiologic treatments at QC Kinetics. No steroids, no drugs, no surgery. This is the future of medicine, using an array of natural solutions like PRP to attack the pain from arthritis. I want you to call QC Kinetics right now for a free consultation. Deal with joint pain now so you can make the most of the new year. Call QC Kinetics, friends, 770-285-8026, 770-285-8026. That's 770-285-8026.
With MSC Cruises, discover big on a mini getaway or treat yourself to a week-long vacation. For a limited time, book now and enjoy up to 35% off cruises, plus kids sail free. Sail to the turquoise waters of the Bahamas with stops at our private island, Ocean Key MSC Marine Reserve, or experience the beauty of Caribbean and more destinations. MSC Cruises, for a greater beauty. Book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
When you open a garage door, you realize we live in magical times. People used to live in huts made from dung. Now we have houses so big there's a special door on the front so you can drive your car right inside. And the door opens itself by magic when you're still half a block away. Imagine telling that to the townsfolk who had to yank open the castle drawbridge with a giant chain every time the king felt like a stroll. So why doesn't your garage door do all the magical, wonderful things we've worked 4.5 billion years to invent? At Mobic Garage, we make that way more better. We repair broken or stubborn garage doors and get them working like new. Better parts, fresh lubrication, full service, good as new. Magical times. You don't have to live every day with an awesome thing that isn't awesome just because it needs to be fixed. How do I know? Because I'm Mo. Call Mo Better Garage and we'll come over and make it right. Magical times. MoBetterGarage.com.
Men, if you're suffering from ED or PE, Priority Men's Medical Center will get your life back in just one visit. Their painless, breakthrough medical treatments eliminate ED and PE. Here's a specialist in men's health.
I'm Dr. Simovitz. Have Viagra or Cialis let you down? Priority Men's Medical Center
Center offers the most effective treatments that eliminate ED and PE, with men lasting longer than ever. 98% of patients see instant results on the first visit.
Priority Men's Medical Center's breakthrough treatments will restore your love life regardless of age or medical history. Your consultation and first treatment are free. Plus, you'll see instant results in the office. Plus, qualified patients will have their testosterone checked free. Call 404-885-8885. 404-885-8885. To regain your love life in just one visit, call now. 404-885-8885.
If better health, more energy, and detoxing your body are some of your priorities this year, get Active Liver today and start the year off knowing you're giving your liver some well-deserved relief.
You can find Active Liver in stores at your local CVS or online at Amazon or NewNordicUSA.com.
So Wes Moss, I don't even know that I understand cryptocurrency enough. I kind of understand Bitcoin, but all these other coins, I find them strange. So Donald Trump, he launched the cryptocurrency token. This is a few days before his inauguration. And this is going to possibly could go to the Supreme Court. I don't know. So it's called the Strump token. And it had a market, I think it started a capitalization of $6 billion. That was within 24 hours of it being launched. And then through the inauguration, it was big. And it just started dropping like a stone. I'm looking at it throughout the day. It just kept dropping and dropping and dropping. Then all of a sudden, like 5 o'clock or so, it jumped back up into the green, and by 6, plummeting back down.
Right.
But
I know.
So first of all, I don't really understand how people would use this coin as money. I kind of get Bitcoin, but how would I pay for something with a Strump?
Yeah, Strump. Actually color sign to it.
Yeah.
Right. So people do.
I'm sorry. Dollar sign Trump. I apologize.
People do. You've got to convert some of your either actual money or cryptocurrency if you're trading this on one of the crypto exchanges in order to buy it. But then the tokens haven't, I guess, been released. So we don't. At some point, you've got to convert your money back into dollars if you want to use them. Now, granted, you can use cryptocurrency in other ways, but look, I don't pretend to understand it. It's not that I've participated in, and it's.
Well, there's a further issue. There's a further issue.
What's interesting to me is that they have been really, I would say, out front and advocating that this is not an investment. You only should buy this as a token of support,
right?
And it's not a financial investment. So
kind of these things, I follow like CoffeeZilla, and so I see some of these people that he busts. And usually when there's like when most of it is owned by a small number of people, and it ends up not like that Hawk Tuah girl. She got in trouble.
Maybe Trump's taking good advice from Haley Welch. Spit out of thing.
It's the super Trump coin. So Trump actually is not too bad of a way to put it. Now here's another issue, is that it's probably going to be challenged in court and possibly an emolument. Now, why we have to use these words, basically that just means a gift, something that's received from the president, especially a foreign country. That's why we have this emoluments clause, because in the beginning there was a recognition that the royalty out there would have more money than an American president. So they didn't want royalty to be able to pay off. So they have an emoluments clause. Now, something about the way this is traded apparently makes it possible, some people think, for foreign governments to enrich Trump through this. Mm-hmm. Don't ask me to explain exactly how, but apparently that's going to be the question. And we heard about emoluments before in the first Trump administration because he's a businessman and he owns buildings and companies. And so there's a lot of looking at, could a foreign government buy a bunch of that stuff and get in good favor? So this is going to be the emoluments fight, at least at the beginning of this administration, I believe.
I'm just surprised that this would have. It just feels like it's there's so much money at stake here that I'm just surprised that this is even happened to begin with. And maybe if people are participating in it, I think we should be looking at it really just as that. It's not even close. I would just be careful. It's something that you just want to participate in because it's like a baseball card. You
A
feel
souvenir.
good about it. Yeah.
A souvenir.
That's how I
Your,
look at
your
it.
favorite politician won the election, and this is kind of, I'm going to get one of these dollar Trump coins or whatever. I mean, right? And if you think of it in that way, you can't lose. And then if you think of it that way and it gains by thousands of dollars over the next 4 years, well, then that's just gravy, right? But you're saying don't look for that to happen.
Look, I'm not, again, I don't pretend to be an expert in it. I don't own any of these tokens or anything
me either.
Even close to that. So.
All right, West Moss. Let people know how they can get more West Moss.
Yeah, easy to do so, even here on a cold and snowy-ish night. It's our team is at yourwealth.com. It's just YOUR, yourwealth.com.
Thank you, West Moss. Enjoy the snow.
Thanks, guys.
Andrew Seco is watching the worst of on the south side.
That we are. We're seeing the heaviest snow precipitation here on the south side. 85 northbound through Fairburn, Union City up to 285, looking jammed up. 75 north and south through Forest Park, Morrow into Stockbridge, all the way down towards McDonough and Locust Grove. Looking extra tough. The surface streets only looking tougher as well. Avoid any unnecessary travel. Do not on the roads, and if you have to, drive extreme caution to get to and from your destination safely. Those surface streets looking extra tough as well. Got another trouble spot here in North Drew Hills, Willoughby Drive. Got the northbound trouble now. The couple of cars stalled out here. Indian Trail Road at Steve Reynolds. They are pushing those cars up that icy hill. Travel almost impossible at these spots here. It's looking extra tough. Only going to get tougher. Drive with extreme caution. Keep off of the icy road and plan for some extra commute time to get to and from your destination safely. Let's circle the city with help of Chinway Ray Carrier Traffic Center.
Starting on that east wall, 285 south and northbound red through Doyle and Clarkston and DeKalb. We got a stalled vehicle in the right lane on I-285 westbound at Boulder Crest Road, exit 51, causing delays, and 285 northbound, the inner loop slow from I-85 back up to Cascade. Traffic brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Stop paying for expensive heating and air repairs or on warranties. Get a reliable protection plan for just $14.99 a month and enjoy 100% parts and labor coverage for any age, system, make, or model. Triple Team Traffic at 55 WSB.
How about a simple New Year's resolution? One where you're guaranteed to succeed. Hey, it's Mark Aaron back with you. Reverse the clock on hair loss with Advanced Hair's simple one-day treatment. You'll feel more confident and more youthful when you witness your own natural hair growing into those places where it's been balding or thinning for years. From Advanced Hair's breakthrough technology to their highly experienced team, there's no one I trust more in hair restoration. Their simple FU makes your comfort and your results their top priority. Did I mention the results can last a lifetime? Celebrate this new year with a fuller head of hair and get a free consultation, $250 off, and 250 free hair grafts. Call 470-660-HAIR. That's 470-660-HAIR. See what meeting your resolution could look like at advancedhair.com.
The following is a paid commercial announcement.
Americans love using their credit cards, the most secure and hassle-free way to pay. But D.C. politicians want to change that with Durbin Marshall Credit Card Bill. This bill lets corporate mega stores how your credit card is processed, allowing them to use untested payment networks, jeopardize your data security and rewards. Corporate mega stores will make more money, and you pay the price. Tell Congress to guard your card, because Americans lose when politicians choose. Learn more at guardyourcard.com. Paid by the Electronic Payments Coalition.
At Cigna Healthcare, we're designing better weight management treatment options. Making sure that those who need GLP-1s have access to them is the first step.
1 mile complete.
And we help them take the right steps after that, giving them the personalized support they need to keep going.
1 more mile complete.
When it comes to healthcare, a better experience means better outcomes for everyone. That's better by design. Learn more at Cigna.com/better.
Live from the Superior Planning Studios.
News.
Weather.
Traffic.
95.5 WSB.
Atlanta's News and Talk.
At 6:30, I'm Bill Caiaccio. News is sponsored by the Lloyd Advisory Group. Our top local story, a quick snowstorm leaves slippery road across Metro Atlanta. Get the latest live from WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards, who is in the storm center.
And that's exactly it. The first flakes started to fly here in Metro Atlanta around 3 o'clock, and they were the novelty snow showers. And then they became heavy between 3:30 and about 5:30, to the point where we started to see those impact to the roads and all across the interstates and the surface streets. The good news is that the snow has come to an end for the majority of Metro Atlanta. Newton and Henry counties, the snow will be out of here in the next 30 minutes, Bill.
And we are looking at a growing list of school closings for tomorrow. Among them, Atlanta Public Schools, Barrow County, Coweta County, Henry County, Newton County, Griffin, Spalding County. They're all closed. Remote learning tomorrow in Rockdale County, Clayton, DeKalb, City of Decatur, Fulton County, and Gwinnett County. Bartow County will delay opening by 2 hours. We're still waiting to hear from a few more metro school districts, and we'll pass those along to you when we get them. For a complete list, go to WSBRadio.com or the WSB Radio app. Winter weather brings air travel to a crawl at the world's busiest airport. WSB's Jonathan O'Brien reports live with the latest on delays and cancellations at Hartsfield-Jackson.
That's right, Bill. FlightAware reporting 622 delays now and 252 cancellations at Hartsfield-Jackson. That number has, of course, been growing as this winter weather has moved through. Airport spokesman Eddie Gobeil says it's not just the weather in Atlanta that's been causing these numbers to go up.
The commercial aviation system is an interdependent system. So what happens in Chicago or Austin or Denver will impact us here. It's just that this time around, the storm is to our south. So what has happened in Houston and in New Orleans and Pensacola and what's going to happen in Jacksonville will impact us and other airports.
The FAA has issued a ground delay advisory for Hartsfield-Jackson with an average delay of 81 minutes. Reporting live, Jonathan O'Brien, 95.5 WSB.
MARTA is suspending bus service and streetcar service for the remainder of the evening due to hazardous road conditions. MARTA will continue to monitor those road conditions and the weather overnight and delay the start of revenue service tomorrow until conditions improve. Rail service is now operating on a weekend schedule. At least one person has died across Georgia as a result of the freezing temperatures in the state. The head of GEMA says that person died of hypothermia. The Gulf Coast is hit with a rare winter storm. For some people in New Orleans, the sight of several inches of snow is a delight.
It's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. It's like a winter wonderland.
Snow is falling from Texas to the Carolinas. We have an update on last week's school shooting in a Cobb County middle school. Police say a 12-year-old girl who shot herself at Lindley Middle School has died. The shooting last Wednesday led to a code red alert at the school. Police say the girl was found in a bathroom with a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Gwinnett County Police hand out at least 70 citations to drivers who are ignoring Georgia's move-over law.
Now, approaching an emergency or police vehicle with its lights activated, it's the law in Georgia to either move over a lane or slow down. Gwinnett County Police Sergeant Colin Flynn.
It's a very dangerous job to conduct police business or fire business on the side of these interstates.
Flynn says officers at the Central Precinct organized Operation Guthrie Shield after Master Police Officer Ashley Guthrie was struck by drunk drivers on 2 separate occasions while working on Interstate 85 and Highway 316. Daphne Young, 95.5 WSB.
Former Georgia Congressman Doug Collins testifies before the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee today about why he wants a Secretary of Veterans Affairs.
For me, the service organization called the VA is about service. It's about the veteran.
Collins still needs to be approved by the full U.S. Senate. It is now 6:34, and it's time for live team coverage, traffic and weather. And Triple Team Traffic begins with Andrew Seco.
It's looking a little bit slow on south side here. That winter weather making it extra tough. This is where we've been seeing it most all day. 85 north and south, leaving you extra troublesome from Union City and Fairburn all the way towards 285. 75 looking challenging from McDuff, Stockbridge up into Morrow, Forest Parkway. The surf streets looking extra tough as well. Remember to stay home if you can. Do not be on the roads, and if you have to be, drive with extreme caution to get from your destination safely. Those surface streets still making an impact wherever you're trying to go, and passable still. North Druid Hills Road at Willoughby Drive, Indian Trail Road at Steve Reynolds Boulevard up in Gwinnett looking extra tough. They're still pushing those cars out of the roadways. Things looking a little challenging anywhere you're trying to go. The lower temperatures only going to make it extra tough as well. Northeast looking a little slow too. Norcross with up at Sewanee here to tell us about it. The Cool Area Traffic Center is Chinway.
I-85 north and southbound. Actually, that southbound is looking pretty good from 316. However, if you're heading on the northbound side, you are running into a couple of brake lights around Jimmy Carter and then again around Pleasant Hill Road. Now, if you're looking at Highway 78, those delays are improving as well coming westbound. You're only yellow, but if you're heading eastbound, it is still red, but those crashes have been moved out of the way, so your delays are improving there in Stone Mountain. Triple Team Traffic, 95.5 WSB.
And I'm 95.5 WSB meteorologist Christina Edwards. The snow is moving out of the metro region. We still have some light snow showers for Athens, Eatonton, Griffin, and the snow continue for Columbus, Macon, and Savannah. But here locally at home, we're saying goodbye to the snow. The winter storm warning still in effect due to the impacts from the snow on the travel. We do have some hazardous travel concerns for the rest of tonight as temperatures drop down into the mid-teens tomorrow morning. Tomorrow afternoon, sunny skies, but still cold, high 36. Another hard freeze for Thursday morning with lows in the mid-20s. Thursday and Friday, partly cloudy with highs in the mid to upper 40s. Live in the Storm Center, meteorologist Christina Edwards.
Right now, 27 in Midtown Atlanta, 22 in Dunwoody, and 21 in Noonan. More news at 7 o'clock. Breaking news when it happens. I'm Bill Caiaccio, 95.5 WSB.
Scana Energy knows every home is different, and that's why they have options to fit your family's needs. Kind of like my family's popcorn preferences. Mama Bear likes extra butter, the Cubs put candy in theirs, and I like it all, as long as there's lots of it. Whoop. Cleanup never tasted so good. Sign up with Scana today and save up to $100. Call 877-GO-SCANA or visit scanaenergy.com/1 for details. Limited time offer. Terms and conditions apply.
Even good people can find themselves in a bad situation. Hey, it's Eric Von Hessler. If you've got a DUI problem, you need George Stein. He literally wrote the book on DUI defense in Georgia. Go to georgestein.com.
Are the effects of diabetes, prostate cancer, hypertension, or high cholesterol robbing you of your ability to perform in the bedroom? Choice Men's Health can help you eliminate ED and get your bedroom performance back in just one visit. Choice Men's Health offers breakthrough treatments for ED and performance issues in the bedroom to help you regain your confidence and give you back the intimacy with your partner. Call Choice Men's Health right now to make an appointment and find out how you can eliminate ED on the first visit. Popular name brand pills like Viagra and Cialis don't work for everyone and can have serious side effects. Choice Men's Health custom medications work immediately, even if you have medical history or think you're too old to perform like you used to. Choice Men's Health can help you have a fulfilling sex life again. Call Choice Men's Health today at 404-400-1170. That's 404-400-1170. Once again, that's 404-400-1170.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. When I set out to build our firm, it was built for greatness. It was built for you. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Today, Morgan & Morgan has more offices, more staff, and more lawyers than any other injury firm in the world. If you or anyone in your family has been injured, call America's largest injury law firm. Call Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Visit ForThePeople.com for an office near you.
Planning to propose this Valentine's Day? Shane Company has back. Our easy process to create your dream engagement ring is rock solid. 1, pick your setting. 2, choose your center stone. 3, personalize it. With our wide selection of beautiful settings and hand-picked diamonds and gemstones, all at competitive prices, your ring will be as unique as your love story. We'll hand-set your ring in our jeweler's workshop right here in our store and protect it with our free lifetime warranty. Walk in with a dream, walk out with the ring that will take their breath away. Shane Company, your friend and jeweler.
When the weather is at worst,
Half an inch to 1 inch of accumulation down to Griffin and McDonough.
we're at our best.
Wind chills in the single digits.
Check in often for updates on how it will affect you and your commute.
85 northbound, you're backed in on the wet pavement from 285 heading up toward Pleasant Hill Road.
Tune in often for the latest.
A light dusting for northern suburbs.
95.5 WSB, your severe weather station.
All right, Shelley Winter is back from D.C. and Inauguration Day, or inaugural. And I want to bring you in here and ask you how it went. So let's start at the beginning. You took everybody's favorite low-cost airline, Frontier. How did it go?
It went well for me. I will never do it again with the AMAC lawyer. Never do it again with my significant other.
So it's yeah, you can handle it.
I can handle it.
You can handle what I've described as a city bus in the sky.
Exactly what it is.
It might not be the best place to take your fiancé, future wife.
No,
next time around.
I will never do that again.
You were able to at least sit next to each other, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's
yes,
good. All right.
Yes.
Isn't that a weird thing with Frontier where they go up and down and they start, like they want to figure out if they have the people at the right weight on each side of the plane? Do you know that
What's
part?
really weird is that they really nickel and dime you on everything.
Yes.
It's like, oh, your boots are too heavy.
Yeah. You get no ginger ale.
Right. It's great.
You did not pay for ginger ale.
And when you ask for water,
Yeah.
you literally they have a big giant bottle of water and they pour it in a little plastic cup.
That's right. Because we're a low-cost airline. Right. And so I think that's pretty good. Like when you have to navigate it just by yourself.
By myself, I'm
no
good.
problem.
Yeah.
You can take it. But yeah, probably not a place to take your significant other. So, but they get you there, you're back, and that's what happened.
Yeah, I'm here.
Now, you told me, we had a little conversation about this. You said something like, as Trumpers, you felt like the city was kind of giving you the cold shoulder, like we had put up with you, but there was you didn't feel an embrace, like, hey, congratulations.
Well, it was cold, so that was the first thing. Really, but I'm not sure if it was the city as much. I got to say, it was. I think it was
DC.
It was the changing of moving it from the outdoor traditional immigration to moving it indoors. That threw everyone for a loop, and even I fell for the high security, their threat on his life. I think it was just like, it's cold. And
it's a lot of octogenarians up on a dais.
Yeah.
And it was just too cold.
Too cold. But the thing is, they changed it on Friday morning, I believe. Monday morning, it was just a cold day in D.C. It wasn't that bad. It was sunny, it was windy, it was cold.
But they changed all the plans and they put the antenna up. And so now I wonder, it sounds to me like it would kind of create maybe a haves and have-not situation.
Exactly
some people could get inside and most people couldn't, right?
It did create that, and it was kind of frustrating to watch. I told Jared earlier, it's like your favorite band canceling a performance at the last minute.
That's the worst.
Yeah, but you're not really mad at your favorite band. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're just like, the logistics, the venue, the city, whatever it is, but you're not going to place the blame on your favorite band because that's your favorite band.
So what you're thinking is, in the back of your head, maybe you wanted some boldness from Donald Trump, and he wakes up that day and says,
hey, it's back on.
It's back on.
Like with TikTok. It's back on. Everybody meet me at the Capitol grounds, But it changed a lot, and so I think for a lot of people, that threw a lot of people off. But the rally, no one could take their bags into the rally.
You're talking about at the Capital One
Capital
Center?
One Arena.
Yeah.
And it's Capital One Arena. It's not the inauguration committee. It's Capital One Arena rules. You can't take bags in there bigger than a pocketbook, right?
As if you were going to a concert or
Right,
anything,
exactly. It's the same rule. So people were literally leaving their purses on the ground at the entrance, knapsacks, purses. And the funny thing is, if you look at Daily Mail's pictures, you see all these purses on the ground, and you see these people that clearly were not going to the Trump rally, picking up purses and going through them. And I'm saying to myself, these are not their purses. Why are you just taking pictures of this? But it's the love for him. People were willing to just say, okay, it's just a plastic purse. I bought it, some name.
I can pick up another purse.
I can pick up another purse. Let me get my wallet and my keys out of here and go inside.
So now you were, that was at the Capitol One. Were you doing the parade? It seemed weird for the parade to kind of come in that weird setting.
See, all of it was weird.
Yeah.
All of it is weird. And like I said, I don't blame him, nor do I necessarily blame the organizing committee. I blame whoever made that decision on Friday to bring it inside.
They honestly thought it was going to be worse.
Yeah, because the weather forecast was for it to be like in the 20s with snow and rain. That's what it said. But it was a sunny day. It was probably in the 30s.
Was it windy?
It was indeed
not
the wind
good for Melania's hat.
The wind chill
her
made
hat
it
would
much
not have
colder.
survived.
But I mean, it was cold, but people were still out and about.
But if they hadn't called it ahead of time, then they wouldn't have had enough time to put it inside if that weather.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
So what you're saying, it was just a bummer. You're not necessarily blaming somebody.
Right, I'm not blaming anybody. It's the bummer. And it made it, but people were still happy, which is really the fascinating to me because I was kind of bummed. I had all these press passes. I had all these, all these entrance and different things, and they kind of didn't exist anymore.
Right.
You know
Yeah.
what I
So
mean?
everybody. You were there when Billy Ray Cyrus took the stage. We have some audio.
Can I tell you a funny story?
Context.
I did not know that was Billy Ray Cyrus. I thought that was Jason Aldean.
Oh no.
Yeah. So the lady standing next to me said to me, "Who's that?" I said, "Oh, Jason Aldean." I said it with confidence.
Fake
Like,
news. You know what? He did look a lot different. He was much.
He was trying to look very,
more grisly.
Yeah. And he sounded grisly. Like he had a cold.
There was a moment here of strangeness, and we have it.
I'm gonna take my horse to the old town road. I'm gonna.
Why does it sound like that?
I can't no more. Y'all can put your hands together. I like that. If you encourage, I'll keep going. He told me to kill as much time as possible, so.
That's what we knew
might
that
know the
Trump was
words
going to
that make
be
you break your heart.
Right.
No, don't.
I'll try later. Let's see what happens.
His guitar, they turned his guitar off.
No, so.
Hold on.
Check.
Sorry.
Hey, is my guitar still on? I think they cut me off. Is my guitar on yet? I don't hear my guitar anymore. Check. Is anybody awake?
Stop talking about the crowd.
Do y'all hear this? Where's somebody at? Check.
Keeps going.
Is anyone back there? Can somebody turn my guitar back on? We're going to sing a little bit more.
So I think that sounds like he was being mocked as if he was saying that to the crowd. Obviously, he's looking for some roadie or somebody.
There were,
to be
there were
paying
audio
attention.
there were technical problems all night long.
Hey, where's that?
Gary Underwood had technical problems.
Early, yeah.
Yeah, everyone, there was technical problems, and to his credit, he tried. And even when you heard people singing, the chorus, there were thousands more people in that room than what you hear.
Yeah.
But we couldn't hear him saying, "Hey, I'm going to sing along with me," because I was looking right at the guy. I couldn't hear a word he
You're
said.
like Jason Aldean.
Right. I was running. What are you saying?
Yeah, my
I
goodness.
didn't know that he sounded like that. Why does he have
I think he's
some
getting
issue?
old. I think he's getting older, right?
Well, he's been
just that he's
performing throughout the night.
Yeah,
There's 3 balls in that one building.
It could be. Who knows what's going on in the life of Billy Ray Cyrus?
I don't know. I don't judge him anymore.
Miley doesn't know.
Yeah,
She doesn't.
Miley's not tight with him anymore. Miley wasn't there to help him out. Just let her
Nope,
dad.
nope.
Joe's usually the hardest part.
But to his credit, it wasn't his fault.
I don't think Miley would be performing at that particular.
No, but I like Snoop, that turncoat.
All right. So you had a good time.
Had a
It
good
was just
time.
kind of a
Historic-
bummer it didn't go the way.
Yeah,
you know.
had a good time. Great setting. I have mementos from that, from this weekend.